Yo. Murder. After this, you know, you're not from the murder. Murder, my thing that. Yeah. Yo, that, get on the body. Yo, first. Alright then. Murder one. Rule that get the blame. People go give up, but every man get the blame. And we go to be them and no like to shame. In for the girls, there are a man mistake name. What the change if a man get the TNP? People are going to still have a young them remain. Girl, I don't see you with the cap and dish for PM pushing as you look at 19 as a mountain. Push. Mother man with a back. I used to make a pass. She go for the networking keys. A man run on me, don't on. I'm a pint of rocky face. Don't three attack your straight. When that liquor, you let me take. Pick you up and pick up back in the day. Carol, man, just a chuckle out it. Get up on him, mommy, never hear him, and him, can't just go what you want to do. Check the day you will get your son up and down, the number do that. Smith, you will see no keep it on him. You're right, and I stuck at you. Rocky and the one you want to kill you. That's what I'm going to take us all day. You see that I'm going to kill you. White sheet, body got to feel. Come on the internet, and everything that you do. So the father, so the son, they see you. Right, you know what about this again. The people don't want to complain. Nobody knows nothing about this again. Push. Women not touching on me down again. Anybody can it just allow one day. Body see him, tell him about this again. Wait for the judge, tell him about this again. No fingerprint, no face, no trace, no case, Mr. Lane. To the parents, let them come get the phone. So for me, you will never bring that sword. Catch up in your mouth. You make them kill them too. Babylon is not to the place and I patrol it. Me get catch with this. 5 years in the world. Magazine full of story will never be told. Hey, what you will at the time to quote. War and jump out, potential and slide a road. Nowadays, the legacy 25, that's all. And if we get a penalty, me have a strike a goal. Oh shit, them disrespect them and deserve for it. When we come from the now, we don't know the word to give. They bring them in a cement chop up in spirit. Make them young bunch of really get in civil. Push. So the father, so the son, they steal. Right, so no one what about this again. Let people know the one complain. Nobody knows nothing about this again. But me not take away down again. Anybody can it just allow one pain. What is it, tell them about this again. Wait for the judge, tell them about this again. Man, the man justice. We didn't go in our ways, what a man got this. Whatever comes for them, we have got this. We don't put the with us, not a damn justice. Yo, dog, get on the body for fling back. Yo, first, push. Alright then, murder one, rule again the blame. If you go fi want to every man get the blame. How we go to pay them and no like to shame. Going for the judge, tell her about this name. What the change if a man get the TNP? They still a bonus and hack and young them remain. Gonna no see you with the cap and dish 50 and pushing us up and 19 as a mountain. Push. Mother man with a key now, it's big right to make up in the skinny body and me Latin away. She go running at the Glocking case. A man run on me, turn on, and a pint of rocky face. Don't three attack your straight. When that liquor you let me take. Pick you up and bring you back in the day. Carol man just a chuckle away. Catch up on him, but me never hear him and him a rocky face. Calm down, boy, you want to do. Check the day you put the chest up and down the bumper do you. Smith a whistle and whistle as I do. Capping at the left, me capping at the right, and I stack at you. Rocky and them with the man a kill you. Could have seen a man take us out there, but me the man a kill you. White sheet, body got to feel. Tough chop on the internet, and they don't know about that to do. So the father, so the son, they the same. Right, you know what about this game. Let people know the one complain. Nobody knows nothing about this game. Push, put me not touching on me down again. Anybody can it just out of one game. What is it, tell them about this game. Wait for the judge, tell her about this game. No fingerprint when they click them and load. No face, no trace, no case, Mr. Layer Road. Start with the chorus, then I'm coming get the cold. So from me young, we never burn that sword. Catch up with me, tell them I kill them fuel. Babylon is turned to the place and I patrol it. Me get catch with this. 5 years in the world. Magazine full of story will never be told. Hey, let them a trouble at the time to quote. War and jump out, potential and slide a road. Nowadays the legacy 25, that's all. And if we get a penalty, me have a strike a goal. Push, them disrespect them and deserve for it. When we come from the now, we don't know the word to give. They bring them in as the best. We make them young, we make them in civil. Push, so the father, so the son, they the same. Now you know how much about this game. Let people the one complain. Nobody knows nothing about this game. But me not take away down again. Anybody can it just allow one pain. Body see them, tell them about this game. Mind for the judge, tell her about this game. Man dead and a man justice. We didn't go in our ways, what a man walk this. But them have gun for them, we have got this. Because love you with this, not a damn justice. Yo, dog, you know about the playing word. I feel like SHALAM thing, I murder my thing there. Murder my thing there. Watch out, the man of all like a big pussy girl. Yeah, wash your face, not move like a big sissy girl, dog. I mean, that's who you want, get Did I hear someone wicked out with the gunshot? Think about that, and I'm from a big from that. I'm a big class, but I could have been one shot. Leave the lad and just a sick one strap. Let them know DJ Plus. Alright then.
Yeah, some Shabaka.
Yeah, but Shabaka.
Yeah, some Shabaka thumb. What we looking like, Hakim? How we feeling?
Good. Well, yeah.
All right, no sweat, no sweat. Everything work out there with the computer?
Good.
So it's solid, right? No issues, ain't no. It's not gonna cut out or nothing like that, right?
Awesome. So I guess the only thing I get in is your audio sound a bit muffled.
Audio sounding jammed up. Okay, hold on. It's sounding.
Yeah, same way, sir. Even with more volume.
Okay, what about if you reduce the volume?
Yeah, I can try.
I try reducing the volume, but make sure y'all could still hear.
Awesome, no, it's on your end. Same thing. Same type of green or you know? Yeah, a little bit green here and then muffled there. We can understand you though.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Is the broadcast YouTube, is y'all getting it? Y'all getting it jammed up too? Is it jammed up on YouTube?
Let me double check, sir.
You know what I mean? Just let me know if the stream on YouTube if it's jammed up too. If it's the same, if it's muffled or if it's high.
All right. Last or no? The stream on YouTube sound right? Sound well.
Okay, so it might be on your end.
Yeah, maybe. Because this is on the data and it's slow. So I doubt this is internet.
Say that one more time.
Or so like I said, this is on the data and the data slow now. It's not on the connection itself, so the connection part.
It is coming into WAP.
Yeah, you see the lag, I hear the lag on the side, but it sounds clearer. I'm not too sure if it's
the stream is always a few seconds late. It's not that it's slow. The stream is never real time.
All right.
Always a few seconds late. But this you could close off your phone. But this, the screen you all watching is real time. But what they'll see on YouTube is like about 5 or 6 seconds off.
Right, that's it.
All right.
All right, that's it.
5 or 6 seconds off. All right. All right, so everything's solid?
All
right, so we gotta work with that volume for now.
All
right, let's work with that for now. All right, cool. How was the academy?
So like I said, it's rough as always.
One man alone answer. What the hell is that, man? Pain. Don't worry about it. Pain is a good thing. If it wasn't painful, then you know we'd be the church, we'd be Christians.
That will be worth it at the end.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, if it was not worth it, if it wasn't painful, it wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't be worth it. Trying to get this thing started on that Facebook, but for some reason it's a problem. Okay, so tonight I definitely want to go over the 12 tribes, the whole breakdown. So we'll get, you know what I mean, hopefully the computers last and they ain't give us no more problems, all right? All right, so let's get Genesis 49, unless anybody had some sort of any questions?
Last from you, sir.
Mr. Wab?
Last, sir.
All right, no sweat. So let's get also too. What's going on what's going on right now with Trump and Maduro and Putin? I see the other day a cargo carrier landed in Trinidad yesterday or day before.
Thursday.
Thursday. And what was the problem?
They say a U.S. cargo, and right after the U.S. cargo leave, a Russian cargo came.
So first Trump and them send their own.
Okay.
And then a Russian one land right after.
Okay. So that caused panic. People was wondering what going on.
Because of course, okay, now from what I'm reading, they're trying to make it seem like it's a normal thing, but that's not normal, right or wrong?
Okay.
That's not a normal situation. Who's sitting up front?
Officer Tazor.
Okay, no sweat. Yeah, that's not a normal situation, right? Yeah, which is, I mean, they should just come out and tell people what's going on. You know what I mean? They should just come out and tell people exactly what's going on, because, I mean, a Russian plane landing there, even if it's just for what? How much? A couple hours? I believe it wasn't like, you know, Russian military men got off the plane, correct? Yeah, that's, you know, they should just let people know what's going on. That thing is just going to ramp up more and more. I saw a video on one of them Venezuelan news outlets, and they were showing you on the Colombian side of the border that you know, America has aid that they say they send into Venezuela, right?
Right.
They was bringing it through Colombia, because of course Colombia done, you know, turncoat on Maduro. Brazil too, so he closed off Brazil borders, and meanwhile these was countries that under Chavez benefited from, you know, what they was doing, what Venezuela was doing. Like Venezuela kind of strengthened the whole damn near Latin American region and the lower part of the Caribbean, right, economically, right? And they were showing how, okay, you know, Maduro, he made try and block off that access point into Venezuela from that Colombian border, right? You hear me? Right? So they were showing how on the Colombian side, they was lighting the foodstuffs on fire. And they was throwing rocks at the Venezuelan guards on the border. But the American news was reporting that the Venezuelans who supporting Maduro was lighting the the food on fire. But it was a lie. It was being lit from on the other side.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when Maduro come out and say, you know, it's stale food anyway. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's like, you're sending expired food for Venezuela. We don't want none of your food. And they getting food from, of course, Russia and China. Like it's getting fully sticky right now. It's getting super fully sticky. But, you know, in typical how the white man is fight, he ain't like, you know, he ain't like us. You know what I mean? With us, it's on site. And when I see you, I mean, throw a bottle or slap you in your face, whatever. With him, it's, I don't want to throw the first blow.
Right.
So he'll antagonize you until you throw the first blow.
Right.
You understand? He'll, you know, imagine you standing up in a party and somebody keep mashing your shoe and saying sorry. Or bumping into you all the time, bumping into you because they're trying to provoke a reaction from you. And that's what's going on now with that whole thing with Maduro and Guaido and Trump. Because they want to make Maduro the aggressor so that they have a reason to react.
That's right.
Have a reason to react to him, and Maduro playing it ever so cool because he back thick with Russian and Chinese. You know what I mean? Thick. He had good back in. You know what I mean? So
like I said,
go ahead.
I know they were also trying, you know, in many different ways. One of the ways they was using through the marine side, where they were using some vessels from Puerto Rico, saying that the quote unquote bringing aid, right, to come into Venezuela, one of the Venezuelan ports. And the Venezuelan Coast Guard basically threatened them and saying, if they come any closer, we will sink you. And
Yeah.
That was one of the main thing. And the American government was saying that, you know, if they only touch one US citizen, you know,
all of a sudden, Puerto Ricans is US citizens. But when Hurricane Irma came through, it was you mixed. It was, you know, well, you're not really citizens, right?
Yeah.
You see the game, you know, I mean, 2 years ago when Puerto Rico wanted aid, there was no aid. Trump was like, you know, it's not really a US territory, you know, that's Puerto Rico's problem. Yeah. Now he sent Puerto Rico down there, or some the military saying they're from Puerto Rico down there, and then saying if y'all touch one hair on a US citizen's head, why he don't send his sons down there in US military, in US armed fatigues?
Right.
Yeah, the point if he's really concerned about that, but again, that's the game they play now. That's the position they reach. That maybe the position they reach is now, you know, let's see who gonna clap first. You understand? Like that's where they reach now. Who gonna clap first, and that's it. All right. Okay, let's get Genesis 49 again, and let's go through. We're gonna use Deuteronomy 33, and bring it all the way together, right? We also all right, cool. Let's get Genesis 49. So we just speed along just to recap where we started off last week. But I want you all to be fully able to answer who are Israelites, and especially the South American countries, because they're closest to you. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have, like, now is a time, and I mean, as in everything, with these prophecies coming to pass and these situations that warrant war, there's always a good jewel for us. There's always a diamond there for Israel, for I.S.U.P.K to go and raise up Israel. Like I told you all a couple of weeks ago, you know, right in the week we're talking about Venezuela, this brother from Venezuela come up to the camp in D.C. You know what I mean? And since then, he been calling school. He done been calling. He couldn't leave. After, I don't know if you all saw the video, after he left, he came back 15 minutes after on the side and said, man, I want your number.
Yeah.
Because whatever it is was in his spirit where he couldn't, you know, let the shit go. And he for sure in contact. So you're going to get in contact. You use every opportunity. You know what I mean? Every bit of oppression that Esau doing to us as a people to reach out to your brothers and sisters. And that's you know, it's a prime opportunity to fish. Now, not everybody gonna bite. But nigga, if you're out there fishing, you're gonna be hungry when nightfall. So this is really so you're able to vibe with Asher, vibe with Naphtali. You know what I mean? You meet Ecuador, you meet, Brazil, you meet Venezuela, you meet Chile, Bolivia. You know what I mean? Paraguay, Uruguay, you're going to be straight. You know what I mean? You'll be able to break this shit down and show who they are, who Benjamin is, who Judah is, you understand? Who the Native Indians are. Because the one thing that links us together in the world, now, of course, what links us together is this constitution called the Bible, right? All our laws, statutes, and commandments, that links us together. Our bloodline. But the recognizable thing in the world that links us together is our oppression by one common enemy.
That's right.
That definitely links us together. And, the common argument for that is, well, the Africans is in slavery too. The Arabs is in slavery too. That's true, but the Africans enslave us. Like we, the oppressed of the earth. You understand? We are the oppressed of the earth. Everywhere we go, we on the butter. You dig? That's really you want to get the full understanding of it. All right. So now, give me it real quick. We're going to run through these. You're going to break down the first few ones, so I'm going to see how much you remember from last week, and then we're going to continue. All right. Who have it? Read quickly. Let's go. Time going.
Like I said, we want to come up. Genesis 48, 49, and
49 and 1. 49. We're going to recap where we left off last week.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
Right? And of course, give me the breakdown. Somebody do it. I want, at random, you'll just raise your hand and give me each verse.
Like I said,
go ahead.
This is basically Jacob, Israel, going to give a prophecy of what is going to happen to his children, his 12 sons, most of the nations that will come out of them in the last days, which is now.
Which is now. All right, that's the important thing, which is now. All right?
Go
ahead.
Verse 2. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Verse 3, Slakia. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power.
All right. Who wants it?
Slakia, sir. All right.
Right.
We're trying to go on. But Reuben is his firstborn, all right, his might, and the beginning of his strength, the beginning of his sons, all right? The excellency of dignity. He had perfect brotherhood. Reuben was known for, that's the characteristics of him. Even up to today, you see it in the streets. By him not, and the might that he would have is that him not bowing down, not signing any treaty. Yeah, with the so-called white man, with the armies,
Right.
He always held that dignity, that might, that power, that strength.
Right.
As one of the first ones up.
In that respect, Reuben remained holy or separate.
God.
He kept his dignity. He was dignified with, he this is the devil, and that's it. Right? He took on serious honor. So it took a lot of self-worth. You know what I mean? And it takes a certain amount of stubbornness to have that.
Right.
You understand? A certain amount of stubbornness to have that, and that's what he had, all right?
God.
Keep going.
Verse 4. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed. Then defilest thou it. We went up to my couch.
All right. Who wants it?
Yeah. So like yes, when you go back to the biblical history on Reuben, he went on to one of his father's wife. So more or less, this is more or less proven that hey, because they do this will be forward. This is what happened to you.
All right. He lost his place as being he lost his right to having the rights of the firstborn. The rights that the firstborn would have would, what's the first thing a firstborn would have naturally?
So like I said. What do you call it? The birthright of the firstborn?
The birthright. That's what I'm asking. What is his birthright? What's the first thing that every firstborn has?
Like I said.
If
I may, sir, is it speaking about the biggest portion of the father's inheritance?
Inheritance. Just inheritance.
Okay.
All right. Once again, don't make it complicated.
Right.
Inheritance. As the firstborn, you are entitled to an inheritance. All right. Is it an inheritance or the inheritance? Right. But Reuben, because of it, lost that position, and now Judah is in that position. And Lord the Father, he said, you know what? Nah, you gonna be in charge now. And how was that? Right. Go ahead.
Verse 5, Salakia. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
All right. Who won this one? Go ahead. You answer already. Let's give me who in the back there, Maka?
Yeah, can answer.
Go ahead.
They were speaking about here the two brothers Simeon and Levi. The scriptures it's saying here that they are brethren, right? And instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. Talking about the dwelling, right? The things that the partake in is things of cruelty.
How they treat each other.
Come on, come.
How they treat each other. And what was the brethren part?
The location, so like yes, and they dwell together and they just have a border separating them. So they dwell in the same piece of land.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Come on, verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. My honor, be not thou united, Salakia. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall.
Right. Okay, bear with me one, all right? All right, okay. Go ahead.
All right. So, like, read on.
Where we left off at?
Verse 6, sir.
I repeat 6 again. That's the one the brother just answered.
Last. All
right, somebody had to break down verse 6.
Come.
All right, let's get it.
All right. Like, yes, sir. Come in.
Let Makar continue.
Come. Right?
Yeah, come, sir. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, all right, unto their assembly, right? I think this was referring to not getting or partaking, involved in the things that Levi and Simeon do.
Which is, be specific.
The type of violence, so like it.
The violence and also the rituals of, you know, what they call the black magic.
Right.
The violence, but in secret, the things they do, which is all them rituals, you know, all them midnight things in some remote location where, you know, they have a headless goat with the blood, and women half naked, and they're doing their own, you know, both tribes are into it. I believe Simeon is into the Santeria. I might be confusing that with Ephraim, but they're all the same thing, to be honest with you. They're all the same thing, just having a different name, a slight variation. You know what I mean? A slight variation. Even the brother, the Asherite from Venezuela, a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about some god named Babalao, which is you know, just regular, you know, Obia voodoo bullshit. You know, some Hamite god that you just, you know, think have some kind of power when it's nothing. It's just, you know, dumb shit. You know, for the most part, you get me? Not for the most part, but just, you know, dumb shit regardless. You know, in totality. All right. All right. So somebody had to leave?
Last.
Okay. All right. Who's that, Mike Kuyak? Wow. Everything solid? All right, Musa and Chris. All right, let's go quickly.
Yeah, cancel. My honor, be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. Right? So like I said, this was referring to the history with the two brothers when the sister got raped, and they cut a deal with the heathens, and then, you know, they went back and killed all the entire village.
Right. Jacob wanted to make a deal because, of course, they were so small and they were surrounded by nations, right? And they could have potentially been wiped out. Jacob facilitated the deal. Simeon and Levi, in their love for their sister, but of course, disobeying their father, they were deceitful in the whole negotiation, and they sided with Jacob deceitfully. They say, yeah. And I think, in Slacky, in fact, it was their idea to bring forth the circumcision.
Right?
They went to Jacob and be like, how could we accept these uncircumcised? But you know, they didn't get circumcised. Maybe then. But this was not them suggesting it to be righteous. This was them mother efforts got to pay. You understand? Levites went and do their things. Simeon and Levi took some men, went in there and got to kill it and killed every one of them and put the entire nation in danger. Jacob recognized it, and because of that, he was like, you know, y'all have an insane anger where in your anger you dig down a wall. What does that mean? What is in your anger you would dig down a wall?
So like yes, is this referring about like setting a bad reputation against Israel?
Think about the scenario. In their anger, they dig down a wall. Shah.
Like if you're gonna do something like you're thinking you're gonna do them that, but they do more than what they wanted was to do.
You aunt it, but give me they dig down a wall. Who in the back? Mike Wa. Anything? Mike Wa? Mike Wayak?
So like I say, is it signifying something like pulling down something solid?
What does a wall do?
Barricade blocks off.
In their anger, they dig down a wall. You card?
So like I said,
Bayat in class? Bayat there?
Yeah, can answer.
Bayat.
I would say that the go further than well, a wall is something that is used for protection. Break down a wall, but if you dig it down the wall further than it was supposed to go. With the anger.
Yes, you answer it too, but yeah, give me a little more. Come on, your card.
So like I said, I think
hold on. Let me get what's his brother name? Tazapa, you want to take a shot?
Yes.
Alright, no sweat. Go ahead, your card.
Yeah, so like I said, I think it's saying that, as the brother said, the essence of a wall being a protection. What it can refer to is that because of their anger, nothing will stop them. Not even, something as strong as a wall. They would totally destroy anything in the path.
That's true, but okay, this one is a little bit more specific.
Like I said.
Come on, Tazawo.
So, I'm not sure if I've seen it right, sir. Is it that they destroy treaties that would destroy defense, that would break down a defense, that would endanger the defense?
What do you mean?
They destroy like the treaty that they have with the other nations for their safety, for the nation's safety. They break down that the treaty that they have, the alliance that they would have. That's for the sake of peace. And would leave the nation defense. That's that.
I'll give it to you, but I want you to break it. You had to break. Okay, you have to spoon feed people out.
Right.
You had to spoon feed people the breakdown, but that's what it is. The deal Jacob made with them Hamites put up a wall around the nation, the family.
Oh, God.
Because of course, what if Jacob had said, hell no, you raped my daughter, I want justice? What would happen? No one African.
So like I said, we most likely would have been wiped out.
The Africans would have attacked. Jacob looking at the situation, he's like, all right, we got to do something here. Simeon and Levi come with the whole thing, circumcision. He said, all right, no sweat. You got her. That's your woman, no sweat. You raped my daughter, no sweat. All right? I'm not saying that he was going to take it. You understand? Knowing Israel regroups. But at this point in time, this is what we're going to do now. That's what Jacob decided. He had in charge. Simeon and Levi was like, bump that. Bump that. No sweat. And just, okay, think about the metaphor, digging down a wall. Imagine you have a wall around the city, and these two brothers, because they're so angry, they'll tear down the whole wall. And think the labor it goes into breaking down a wall. Just two of them. You understand? Breaking it down, digging it up out here. You understand? And that whole scenario with going in there and killing them Hamites, it took a lot of effort. Just to plot it and wait and plot it and wait. Jacob is like, brother, y'all too? Y'all angry. Y'all good and angry though. I'll give you that. But y'all two coming together in Israel is a problem.
It's like, yes,
it's a problem. You can't?
Is it the same that you know, they will compromise the security, like how they did? They compromise the security of the family by their actions.
Yes, yes, because of the emotion behind it, because they disobeyed who the man in charge, his decision. They disobeyed his decision, and they put the entire family in danger, grave danger. You understand? They did it. They was wrong for disobeying him, but of course, in the spirit of wanting that judgment was right. But it was wrong for what they did. You get me? All right. Give me let's see if we can start matching it up. Give me Deuteronomy 33 and 8. Right, so one brother holds Genesis 49, the other brother holds Deuteronomy 33. All right. All right. Is everybody is how is the internet down? Is your phones hooked up to the internet? Nobody's phone is able to be hooked. So wait, hold on, Galawan, you had messaged me. How was you able to message me?
I'm start using swap internet. That's one. Let's see.
So like I said, my phone is hooked up to the internet right now.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So the internet is still up.
Yeah, we're using someone's phone here.
I got it, but I want to know, is it strong enough where you know your phones is hooked up there? Okay. I know. And that's the same type of internet you would have had in the building anyway. Okay. All right, let's go. All right, give me Deuteronomy 33 and give me 8.
So the book of Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 8. And to Levi, he said, let thy Thummim and thy Urim be with the Holy One.
Salaki, one second. Shabayat, how y'all feeling?
What's up?
You all ready? Or you need more time?
Like a second, we some more time.
Bayat, what's up with you?
I know everything, sir.
I mean, I know that I know if you want to go jump in. I don't know if you want to go try swimming.
Huh?
I want to know if you want to go jump in.
I don't want it.
Go ahead, hook him up, Galawan, quickly. All right, hook him up quickly. Whoever was reading, read. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 8. And of Levi he said, let thy Thummim and thy Urim be with thy Holy One, whom thou didst prove at Massah, and with whom thou didst strive at the waters of Meribah.
Right? So this he's telling him this is who he chose. This is who he joined to him. This is where the Urim and the Thummim will be, which is the dice. The dice that the priest would carry, and they would make decisions on that. You understand? It's Israelite custom to make decisions by casting lots or casting dice drawing straws. All this is in the Bible, right? Casting lots, drawing straws. They did that when they wanted to get Judas's replacement. When they chose Matthias, they drew straws, right? They cast lots. The dice, of course, it will let you know who the Lord is with, because why? Go ahead.
Whoever the Lord shows favor to in the decision shows who he will.
Whoever number roll up, that's it. It's, nobody controls where the numbers land except the Lord. But of course, now you go in the casino, the devil giving you a dice that landing on one and all the time. You can't win for losing because he's the devil. He controlling it because he wants to be God. But the priest would, that's how we would carry it. You get the point? Who the Lord with is going to win. Right? Keep reading, verse 9.
Verse 9. Who said unto his father and to his mother, I have not seen him, neither did he acknowledge his brethren, nor knew his own children, for they have observed the word and kept thy covenant.
All right, what is that talking about? Come on, somebody try it, man. Come on.
So like I said,
come on.
Is it more or less portraying that the life or the lives of the Levites will be different from a regular man?
Explain. You're right, but you have to explain it.
So like I said, in the aspect of the way that a regular person of family, how they had families and stuff, it would be cut out to do the service at the Most High at all times. So
what is another word for cut out?
So like I said, he would be holy, he would be separate.
He would be separated from the rest of his brothers, but he would be joined to the Lord, which is what his name means. Levi, lawyer, joined to me. Joined to me. So now a Levite priest could have he could have a wife and kids. He could have his ribs and kids, but of course he mightn't see them because he is, doing the service. You understand? He is there in councils and, assisting with judgment, performing the duties, the lamb preparation. Even, let me show you how even, that apron, the apron that chefs wear, comes from Levi. That's a priest garment. A few years ago, a card made one for a Passover. He had a garment, but he had a thing like an apron around his waist. But that comes from the priest because he's the one preparing the cutting up, the receiving the meats. You bring your goat in, he's sacrificing it. The whole damn near the chef attire comes from the priest. Now you would see them not the bacon hat. The bacon hat is the tall one. But the chef wears something like a beret. That's in the Bible dictionary as Israelite headwear because that's where it comes from. You understand? Because the service of the priest was, he was running the nation. He was helping the governing of the nation. You get me? So he mightn't see his kids. I haven't seen them because I'm separated. I'm holy and joined to the Lord in this service. You understand? I might be deployed to, Ephraim or Judah or, Issachar, wherever, and he's doing his service there. You dig?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
So is he man of the U.P.K?
You goddamn right, huh? It's rough. What you want? It's rough, huh? It's rough. Your kids go out of FaceTime and Snapchat. Forget about your ribs. Your ribs Satan gonna be in your ribs ear like that nigga don't love you. No. If he love you, call him now. Woman, she start losing her mind because of course she is, she's built carnally. You can't really fault her halfway for it. She built carnally to respond carnally because she's a baby. She's a princess that you have to cuddle and, kiss and, you have to do that because that's how she's built. But without it, she started to lose her mind. She started to lose her mind. Y'all saw the class that General Hyman did. I mean, that was an amazing class on with Tobit on how science is in the Bible, because the fish guts was the medicine to help this crazy bro stop killing people. You understand? And today, all them supplements you take, a ton of them is fish oil. Omega oil from fish liver, and I think it told Tobit to cut open the fish, take the liver, the coals, and look at today the white man extracting oils from the fish liver to give to you to help you with your mental functions and all that shit. It's in the Bible. He also did say that she gonna need that rod. That's medicine too for her. If she don't get that, brother, she's gonna go crazy. But brother, if you in the service in here, you might be gone. You might leave for camp Friday, and you ain't come back home Saturday, Sunday. She said, well, all right, Sunday he gonna show up. Nigga, you in California. What you doing there? I'm doing the work of the Lord. Shalom. She's gonna have a hard time, man. She's gonna, she's gonna turn into the Nosferatu and walk upside down on the roof. Into the vampire because you ain't there. And it's a necessary sacrifice. It ain't gonna be like that all the time, but sometimes that's the life. And sisters just have to know who they're getting married to. That's all. Just as you say, this service is not the service of regular men. Yes, and a sister just has to understand that. That's why the sisters in here are extraordinary women, because it's going to take that to be with one of these brothers in righteousness. All right? 10 quickly. Let's go.
Verse 10. They shall teach Jacob thy judgments, and Israel thy law.
Right? That was Levi's function. He shall teach Israel thy, say it again, thy judgments and Israel thy law. Right? Go ahead.
They shall teach Jacob thy judgment, and Israel thy law. They shall put incense before thee, and hold burnt sacrifice upon thy altar.
You understand? That's Levi. Levi doing the work, the priesthood. Right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
They say Israel and Jacob. That just mean the same thing, right?
Yeah. It's like saying, okay, how to put it? It's like saying, okay, it's like saying, boy, I'm trying to give you a good example.
Yeah, sir.
Go ahead.
So like saying Rocky and Shah.
No.
So
that nigga can't sit in this class no more. His stay is expired. If he show up, Palawan has orders to kick that nigga down the stairs.
Okay.
Only Shah is allowed to walk through them doors right now. It's different. It's like saying, okay, brothers from South will understand this. Tazawar, he's from Arima, right? Brothers from South would say he a tongue man, or he from he from tongue, he from upper side. Brothers in Port of Spain would say he from the east. But the brothers in South, he a north man. He, And you would say he from up north, he a tongue man. And somebody say, but he live in Arima, Port of Spain, whatever. You get me? It's just a way how we just talk about things. When he will serve Israel and even, so and so. And it's both the same. You understand? It's both the same. You get the point? It's just like that. It's just a poetic way how we speak.
So like I said,
go ahead.
So like a real affirmation, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but okay, you making you referring to two things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I want to get another example.
So like I said,
go ahead.
Could you use example? We say, that is my homie, and then say that is my brethren.
Right.
Yeah, like okay, that's my real dog. Yeah. You get me? You know what I mean? It's just just how we talk. We talk like that. We say the same thing twice. You know what I mean?
Go
ahead.
Verse 11. Bless, Lord, his substance. Bless, Lord, his substance, and accept the work of his hands. Smite through the loins of them that rise against him.
Boy, that's cold, boy. That's cold right there for you, for Levi, boy. Give the Lord a hand for that shit, because boy, Levi needed it. Smite through the loins them that rise against him. Like there's protection from the Lord, if we knew who we were.
Right.
Hey, imagine knowing who you are, and it's like, wait, hold up. Okay, imagine you're in the streets, right? You have no backing. Yeah, I mean, you willing to fight, but listen, if it's 10 niggas, you know, you might cop a plea. You might take your chance. But brother, imagine rolling by yourself, knowing you could make a phone call and everybody die.
Okay.
But imagine one day thinking you just here by yourself. You're being victimized. You ain't got no power to do nothing. You're trying to stand up for yourself, but it's like you nobody. And then next day you wake up, your phone have all the contacts in it. It's like, wait, who's this? Hello? And everybody ready to ride for you. Brother, you're going to be a different man. You're going to be a totally different person. You understand? And it's good. It's good protection in the standing in the Lord, knowing who you are. Knowing who you are is everything. It's better than money. It's better than money. It's better than gold. The identity is everything. Go ahead.
And accept the work of his hands. Smite the loins of them that rise against him, and of them that hate him, that they rise not again.
Imagine that, brother. Imagine, you know, you ain't have to worry about hurting somebody. That because you belong to this man, this nigga will not rise from his bed tomorrow. Imagine that. Imagine somebody, you know, step in your face, do something, rob you, violate you, whatever. You know, interfere with your child, Lord forbid. And you don't have to risk going to jail. You can say, all right, no problem. That's what we doing? No sweat. Next morning, so-and-so of the so-and-so was found stiff in his bed this morning. Authorities are investigating. Now tell me, you wouldn't give up pork for that shit? You wouldn't give up shrimp for that? Listen, I remember years ago in Baltimore, brother, there was a brother who would constantly beef with the camp because truth be told, he was selling, that was his area where he was peddling, right? But of course, we speak in raising up the people. They probably started slowing up on his sales. So he hated the camp. And one day, brother, he went behind the camp in Baltimore. There's a you know, like how the market is in Point? Right. Something like that, but it have walls. It ain't so open. Right? It's called Lexington Market in Baltimore. One day he went up on the balcony above the camp and threw a brick, brother, at the camp, brother. It did not hit anybody, but it was a full out brick at the camp. And I ain't talking them cinder blocks with the holes in it. Right? I'm talking about them solid, you know, brick. You know, I mean, I'm talking about, you know, you get hit with that, it changes your speech. He threw it and ran through the mall. Of course, we know it's him. Brothers went inside. He done get out. He came the next week laughing. About a month later, he came by the camp in a full sleeve cast. Full sleeve. I was like, that fucking hand he used to throw the brick. Wow. I ain't gonna lie, brother. I'm gonna tell you, I done see some amazing shit in this thing here. And if you ask the brothers, the more senior men, you know what I mean, John Kabal, John Sharma, John Maya, if you hear them every now and then, when you're around, you'll hear them mention some shit that will blow your mind. Like there's great protection in the Lord and knowing who you are. Because if you know who you are, know you want to get down with the Lord. Know you want to obey him. Know you want to do what he want you to do. Imagine how your life could be different just knowing you ain't a good boy from Steelers, or you ain't just another good boy from the Beat Up, or whatever name they have for the guilds, because I see they attack the sisters now down there and try to demonize the sisters. Imagine knowing one day you are royalty on the earth. Brother, they don't want to come talk to you. Ain't nobody wearing no camouflage and no SWAT coming up. They're going to want to come talk to you, please and thank you. They're going to be very respectful, knowing that the Lord could kill them. Knowing that the Lord could kill them. You see how Trump say, don't touch a hair on a U.S. citizen? You better go read about Paul when the gates opened and the guard came back running like, how the hell the gates opened? And Paul, out of brotherhood, went back in the cell and closed the gates, because if he disappeared, the Romans would have killed that brother who was working for them. Or they would have killed him. You understand? You better go read about that and know who you serve at. The Lord ain't nothing to play with that. He will fight for you and he will fight you. You understand? Out of love. He'll kill somebody for messing with you. But if you ain't right, brothers, that belt's gonna turn on you too. All right, let's keep going. All right, so let's go back to Genesis, because we finished with Levi here in 33. Let's go to Genesis 49. Wherever.
Verse 7.
Come on, quickly.
Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel.
All right. And we know what that means, right? He'll divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. Right? Not able to come together. He'll divide Simeon and Levi. Till this day, Simeon and Levi has an intense hatred for each other on that island and even off the island. Right? It's super intense. All right. It came from back then, and it was perpetuated by the Spaniards. It was perpetuated by the Spaniards and the French. When you look at what they did with Simeon and Levi, it just, it made it worse. It exacerbated the whole situation. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
All right, who's going to break it down?
So I can see if I can get it right.
Come on, hold it up.
Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, right? Just like all Israelites watch Benjamin and praise them. For example, rap come out, everybody wants to rap. Benjamites want to rap. Everybody wants to rap. If Judah turn their hat back to front, you want to turn your hat back to front, right? We just praise Judah. We follow everything Judah do. We want to do what Judah do.
Right. And listen, not just following the trends that Judah do, but everybody feels Judah's pain the same way and buys into the struggle. You understand? Everybody buys into the struggle, feels the pain the same way. It's like Judah is the head. It's in the spirit, Judah is the head. Whether they want to admit it or not, in the spirit, Judah is the head. So the style, the flavor, how he walk, talk, act, everything he do. And you're right, even with the music. Like, and that's one thing I definitely noticed. Even in the music, the same thing that's going on with hip hop right now is going on with dancehall and reggae. You understand? You see, like how they have the new age hip hop, which they call mumble rap, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the mumble rap, and to me, it's just that's another way to just disrespect the thing. It's it's hip hop, it's a form of hip hop, but it ain't what you used to. You get me? It ain't what you used to. So you had the Migos, you have give me some more.
Takashi.
Tekashi 6ix9ine. Well, his style wasn't that mumble rap.
Yeah.
His visual was something new. But what he was singing was that old school Onyx, that old school Rough Riders. Everybody gets on the block and get crunk. That's what he was really singing in style of music. You know what I mean? And his style, the delivery of it. Now, I'm talking the lyrical content, but his style was that old school shit. His shit was so damn popular. And a lot of people didn't like it, but that's what he was doing. You go mirror his videos to our old Rough Rider video, Onyx, or one of them, is the same type, good Brooklyn, Bronx, rough cut type vibe.
Oh, God.
You look at the dancehall scene, the new guys, or I even say the new guys, Alkaline, Tommy Lee, Cartel, and they have a few others who do the bleaching and the tattoo, and they switch up how the delivery would normally go.
Oh, God.
You understand?
Oh, God.
Alkaline song, straight jeans and not Alkaline, Cartel, straight jeans and fitted.
Right.
That's not Benjamin clothing.
Right.
You understand? That's not Benjamin clothing. You look at old school Benjamin clothing, is them silk suits, loud color silk suits, or them denim suits, the cross colors or the wicked. That's the old school shit. But it should still be a variation of that. But following again the culture of Judah, the fitted hats, jeans pants, white t-shirts. Even what he do, he even put the braces in. Like he was an R&B rapper.
Yeah, great.
The music video, he leaned up on the wall with the side view, and he moving his head to a hip hop beat when that's not really a dancehall vibe. You get me? So even that is, you're seeing that everywhere. Even with reggaeton. Reggaeton was they always had the Hispanic flavor and the Benjamite flavor with reggaeton. They always had that. But of course, the influence of Judah is there right now. Strong. Real strong. You get me? So that in the spirit, it's there, it's evident. Come to the time where all 12 tribes will come right together and fully accept it.
Right.
And listen, I like always seizing the opportunity to make this point. Be very mindful of the white man and his use of the media to demonize Judah. Being on the outside, you get to see it a lot more because not everybody gets to interact with Judah. And your only perception is what you see on TV. Much like if you've never been to the Caribbean, you would think everybody there smoke weed and walk around, bareback with dreads.
Right.
You get it? The white man uses media to help pit us against each other. But brother, the witchcraft with Judah is something else. The white man with one movie make the entire earth hate Killmonger. In one movie, little children growing up want to be Black Panther and hate Killmonger. Make him dress like the Migos, make him talk rough, kill his woman, want to kill everybody. You know what I mean? They make him appear to be evil. Keep your eye on that. That's not by coincidence. Right. That's very much by design, because why? Judah is who his brethren will praise. So listen, I had to make sure 12 tribes never praise this nigga. I have to make sure of it. You understand? These 12 tribes start coming up under Judah, it's going to be a problem. You understand? Right? Yeah, where we at? What verse we at?
Verse 9, sir.
Right. Now, verse 8.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
All right. Any more to break down?
Yeah, come. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Right. That is meaning Judah's enemies will always be oppressing him.
Wrong way to say it. Wrong way to say it. It's two main things. So you try to remember.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
Can't remember exactly when, but one of them was being more neck and neck with he'll be up front, up close and personal then, with his enemies. He'll be right there.
That's why Judah worked very close with our enemy, which is the white man. Right? He's in his house. Right? Where everybody else is kind of outside his house. Right? Judah is working directly with him.
Right.
You get me?
Right.
He's able to get closer in his grill.
Right.
He's able to do it much like how Levi was with the French.
Right.
At that time, the French was damn near ruling.
Right.
And Levi was able to poison the French because they were so close to the enemy, sharing his food, suckling his babies, you know what I mean, bathing his woman. If imagine you that close and then you unify, but that's still your enemy, you gonna give me a baby to suckle? How about I just break his neck? Food? No sweat. How about I just poison the whole water?
Right.
How about I wait till you're having some big banquet and I've just poisoned all the food, suffocate all the babies, and when I'm bathing the woman, drown her? You know what that is?
Yeah.
That's zero casualties because I'm not coming with one of them one shooter, them single shooter, them Davy Crockett, and them musket gun and a knife. But I'm in the battle because I'm close to you. I'm working so close to you, I could cut you through.
Right.
Right? Hands will be the necklace and of course, Judah's propensity to fight.
Right.
Right? Judah's propensity to fight, which is everybody, not just our enemy, but even among the 12 tribes, even among themselves. Right? That propensity to fight. You get the point?
Yeah, thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Right, they shall worship Judah said.
Not worship. Okay, worship, yes, but not worship like worship the Most High, but more like idolize.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Idolize or bend in will. Like, more like bow in will, in terms of your will. And like you eat, or you know them old school shows with them, the shield and buckler, the sword and the horses.
Right.
Right? How do you show a king that you are his ally and you are at his service?
Go ahead.
You take a knee.
Right.
Sign of respect.
Right.
You stick your sword in the ground, boom, and you take a knee. Right? That's in the spirit. It's telling whoever is standing,
right,
I bend my will for you.
Right.
You understand? Which is why, sidebar, which is why Kaepernick, even though what he did was right, the taking the knee thing was for the American military.
Right.
The knee was never a part of the protest. His initial protest was sitting during the anthem. The military had a problem. The military and the coach, I think, came to him and told him, don't disrespect the soldiers who given their life. We understand your plight, but show the soldiers respect, and he decided to take a knee because of that. So the knee was more about respect than protest, which is how it always is. Even in Hebrew Academy, when you're taking a break, what do they say? Take a knee. You get the point? Taking a knee is always a sign of respect. And his brothers will bow to him. You get the point? Go ahead, come on.
Is this a proper way to explain it as well? Like the part where when you bow, when you bow to him, is it you look up to him for direction?
Think bend your personal will to his.
Right. Come on.
That's it.
Right.
Think bend your will to his.
Right.
Right? Think bend your will to his. It's a little bit hard to understand now because of the culture.
Right.
The culture has changed.
So
but in the kingdom, that's how it is. Remember when Ruth went to Boaz,
right.
Ruth went and laid at his feet,
right.
and then looked up at him and all this tail down here, what you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I mean? She's telling Boaz, I'll bend this will for you. However, you get it point? Now, in the masculine form of it, you line up, you salute, boom, sword on the ground, take a knee. And you wait, and that lets in that man who does not take the knee know that these men will do whatever I tell them to. You understand? We don't need no contract for that. No fine print, no contract to be overseen by a lawyer and have a goddamn justice of the peace for that shit. You bent the knee to me already. So go kill them Japanese. Take 400 men and go kill them Canaanites. I mean, take 2 captains, 5,000 men, ride a shot on Ishmael.
Right.
Leave nothing standing.
That's
it communicates that. Because why? Men have pride. And men have ego. So if these brothers over here bend the knee and these don't, these is my men who I'll command. I'll give power to these men, and eventually those who don't will bow to those men. I don't care that these here don't bow to me. You get it? They bow to me anyway, because now if they want to eat, they're going to serve these men. It's power, but because we're living under this gay culture of the white man and his gay way of doing shit, all the honor is out the window. All the honor is out the window. Just like your police chief. Trinidad has a law against camouflage. Any color camouflage, right? Unless you're in the military, right? Unless you're in the army, unless you're in the defense force. It's not a regiment no more, right? It's an army now. I believe it's an army. I think it used to be a regiment, meaning a regiment is small. You don't have the numbers and the equipment. But because before it used to be called the TNT regiment. Now I think it's an army now. Right? Unless you in the military, that's the only way you could wear camouflage. So if you're a woman wearing pink camouflage, according to Trinidad's law, they could make you remove it right then and there. Right? So nobody wears camouflage. All of a sudden, the chief of police wearing camouflage. Marshal Montano performs in camouflage. You get the point? Camouflage. The law applies to them too. What come and happen? Minister of National Security came out and said, yes, I did give him permission to wear it. Well, nigga, why when they ask you about it, you didn't say that off the break? You start getting defensive and saying what you worried about what I wear. If you already got permission, you could have said, well, listen, according to the law, any official wants to wear camouflage, they have to get express permission from the Minister of National Security, which I did. He didn't say that first. And then 5 days later, the Minister of National Security came out and said, yes, I gave him permission to wear that. We ain't talking about Marshall yet, though. This is just Gary. You know, if you really did get permission, why didn't you just say that up front? Why you get defensive? Because you did not get permission. Because the whole thing is without honor.
That's right.
Dishonorable. And you have to always appear in the perfection in visually, so that you could oppress poor people without looking bad. But the Lord could just reveal everything.
That's right.
This society is without honor. Right? We're going back to the society that is filled with honor. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, good. Let's keep going.
Good. Verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the brig, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Right? Judah is like a lion's whelp, a young lion. A lion is known for what? Dominating. Dominating shit, killing everything. Headstrong. A young lion is full of energy. He ain't had the experience of the old lion, but he ready to get busy. And like a young lion, he goes down to his enemy, but he going up from the prey. Right? When the issues come up, burn it down. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Marching forever. But of course, when it's time to really do the about turn and fully separate, here comes Steve Harvey saying, you can't worry about integrity. This is the money game. Like an old lion, we just come up from it. You get the point? Who shall rouse him up? Who shall stir him up? Who gonna get him to go down to the prayer? The Israelite school of UPK is asking a question. Who gonna rouse him up? Meaning who gonna tell him, nah, man, we gotta go down on that prayer. We gotta take this thing. We gotta do this. The I.S.U.P.K. Christ. You get me? Is that it?
Yes, sir.
That's it on Judah?
Yes, sir. Oh, Slacky, my bad, yes. Verse 10.
Go ahead.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
All right.
Until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
All right. What does that mean? Break it down quick.
Go
ahead.
Verse 10 just basically saying, if I may say, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, which showing that the kingly line for the throne from King David will not depart from Judah, and nor a lawgiver from between his feet, which means the power and the authority, and also until Shiloh come, which also referring to Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Shai being the main person,
right?
And also, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be, which also refers to Yahweh Shai will bring the 12 tribes of Israel back together again.
Right. Shiloh is a peaceable one. That was real good, Yakar, going through it line by line, step by step. Shiloh is a peaceable one, is Yahweh Shai. The gathering of the people are going to be unto him. All right. The lawgivers are going to come from between the feet of a Judite, meaning what? The Holy Spirit did not have sex with Mary.
Right.
A Judite did. A Judite by the name of Joseph, or I.S.U.P.K in the Hebrew. Right? Put hell on a young sister called Mariam. Right? Put hell on her and conceived a child that was filled with the Holy Spirit. Conceived a child that was the Lord wanted.
Shalom.
Give me Deuteronomy 33 and 7. Quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 7. And this is a blessing of Judah. And he said, hear, Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and be thou an help to him from his enemies.
All right, what are we talking about with that?
Like I said, I mean,
who we have?
Like I said, they can.
Go ahead.
Because Moses said, speaking of Judah, right? Praying that the Lord will hear Judah's prayer. Right, verse 7. And he said, hear, Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people. Right? Let his hands be sufficient for him. Which also, I believe it indicates of whatever Judah does, he will be able to be strong and to provide for himself. And to be able to
provide for himself?
So like yes,
yes, you're right with that. You're right with that. You're right with that. You're right with that. That's it?
Last part is be thou an help to him from his enemies, which also would refer to Judah and prophecy from then to now, especially in this context now, how Judah is in the hands of his enemies, and for him to be delivered through all the adversities.
Okay. Let me help you all. You have it right there. Let me just sew it in tighter. You was right. You fully right with it. You sew it in a little tighter, right? Hear, Lord, the voice of Judah. Right? This is his blessing. His blessing is that the Lord will help him. You understand? Will hear him. Salaki will hear him. Judah has the ability to express himself accurately out of all the 12 tribes.
Right.
All right? He has the ability to express himself. Right? Which is evident in, of course, in the music. The music, the poetry, the arts, speaking. Judah has the ability to convey a state of being, a spirit or emotional thought effectively that makes you be like, yeah. You get the point? The Lord hears him. The Lord hears him, right? Read right after it. And bring him unto his people.
And bring him unto his people.
Right? And his blessing is that he's going to be accepted and loved by his brothers. Right. You get the point? And bring him unto his people. Right? Go ahead.
Let his hands be sufficient for him.
Let his hands be sufficient for him, meaning Judah is able to hustle and survive. Right. You get the point? Judah could survive. He could hustle and survive and do some things, you know, others would not be able to do. You get me? And also, you're going to catch these hands. You ever see that? Yeah. You ever say it? So you must say that one more time. You're going to catch these. His hands is sufficient for him.
Right.
You understand? There ain't no sweat, nigga. You got that? All right, no sweat. I'm going to see it. You got his point. His hands is sufficient for him. Right? He ain't got, but he got these. He going to deal with it. Right? And any problem like that. Go ahead.
Is it also talking about as well his, in terms of the ingenuity of Judah? Because there were a lot of inventions, especially in America, that came through Judah.
That's okay. Then, you know, yes, that's the part I was telling you about before.
Right.
He's able to survive. You ever hear the phrase, necessity is the mother of all invention? Okay, the white man, he didn't invent shit because nobody was whipping his back to get this job done. When you have pressure on you and you need this job done, you need to find a way to do this better, to do this faster, to produce more, because I want to sleep on my back tonight, not on my stomach for the next 4 months while these wounds heal. You understand? You get my point? So it's all of that in one, but of course his ability to survive. He gonna put something together. He gonna work it out. All right. And of course, the Lord be with him against his enemies, because why? Remember, Judah's hand is in the neck of his enemy. Judah like to fight. He like to say something to bring you to that point where, nah, nigga, we gonna have to fight now.
Right.
The Lord needs to be on his side because he's going to be in so much conflict all the time. You understand? He's going to be just think that movie Black Panther.
Right.
Did Killmonger have one peaceful scene?
No.
One. Listen, he was in the cave with the old broad, and she said, "What are you doing? We need that for more." He back her up. I just conflict 24/7. You get me? The Lord gonna have to be with him because of the situations of conflict that's going to arise. You understand? Boom. Back to Genesis. Next one.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 11.
Right. Also, too, remember with David. David was a Judite, right? David prayed to the Lord was what? Lord, teach my hands to war. Right, which is where the style of fighting we have comes from. The Hebrew martial arts is called what?
What is it?
Come on.
Is it Yad Karab, sir?
Yad Karab, which means what?
Like I said, we know it.
Boy, I should not ask it. I hope he is not looking. Even if you don't know, make an educated guess. Are we just talking about hands and war? Scripture, my hand. You know, yard is hand. Karab is war. It's called hand war. Come on, Gabar, you could have saved them. Save them. Gabar come back in and just sit back and say, yeah, let me see what these niggas do. Yeah, look at y'all. Go ahead, Gabar.
Oh no, I was gonna say hand war. War hands, right.
Right? That's what the Yad Karab is, teach my hands to war. Remember David, when David, oh boy, okay. Something I forget exactly the scenario. Was it with Saul? It was a scenario, I think, when he appeared to work with Saul, or where they when Samuel came for him, his brothers said, "What have you done now?" If somebody say that to you, what does that mean?
Go
ahead.
They're known for being a troublemaker. Known for getting
always getting in some shit. And it's like, what did you do this time? You understand?
Right.
Because David has a reputation of what? Conflict.
That's right. Good fight.
Conflict. Fight. Right. And when it was time to fight, he said, "Oh, you all don't want to kill that Hamite? No effing sweat. Right. Bag of stones, a sling. The Lord is with me. These hands is sufficient. Come here, Ham. Boy, you ready to go night, nigga? Let's go night. And he killed him. You get the point? Let's move on. Genesis.
Come on, God. Genesis chapter 49, verse 11. Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes.
What are we talking about?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yahushai.
Okay, Yahushai is the best Judite, the quintessential Judite. But this is a trait of Judah, all Judah.
Right. Right.
What are we talking about?
Judas?
No. Read it one more time.
If I may say, right? Binding his foal on the divine, right? The foal is an animal, right?
Say unto divine. Everything matters, Zach. Everything matters. And you pass your officer's test, right?
Yes, sir.
Was one comma or period non-consequential, or did that matter?
That mattered, sir.
All right. Read what you see.
Right? Binding his foal onto the vine.
Keep going.
Come on, right? And his ass's coat onto the choice vine.
All right. What are we talking about?
Is it talking about labor, sir?
No. No.
About the other part. Don't tell me the other part.
All right, go ahead. Come on.
Yes, sir. Right? He washed his garments in wine. Right? He labored to bring forth wine because he liked to drink. Right? Judahites love to drink, right?
It don't say about labor. It ain't talking about labor.
All right, listen. All right. It's clothes in the blood of grapes. And meaning that you drink, you visit places that have liquor on a frequent basis.
You onto it. You onto it. All right. The vine is grapes. Wine comes from grapes.
Okay.
The vine his foal onto the vine. His ass onto the choice vine. Meaning, it's like you riding a horse, you pull up by the bar.
Right.
You take the rail, and you wrap it around the wood. You bind the horse here by the bar.
Right.
It's to the choice vine. You ain't drinking shit though.
Ah, right. Yeah. Exactly.
No, brother.
I guess it.
Go ahead.
Do that, work hard and play hard.
Listen, man. Listen, now. What more you want? What more you want? Judah appreciates that good drink. To the choice vine.
Right.
You know what I mean? To the choice vine. He ain't drinking beer rum. You know what I mean? He ain't doing that. What? Beer rum? What is that? No. Good liquor.
Okay, nice.
Get the point? Good liquor. Get the point? He appreciates that good drink. You get me? That's a trait of Judah. All right? Let's keep going. And of course, you know, this is the precept with Christ as I.S.U.P.K brought out in Revelation. All right, let's go.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 12.
Right? Richard Mendez said that top shelf liquor. You goddamn right, Ak.
Damn right.
You goddamn right, brother. Listen, Ak, I'm making my mission to always take a bottle of Johnny Walker up, brother. Some years I could do the blue. Other years I had to get down to the green. You know what I mean? But that Passover, brother, has to be blessed with choice liquor. So that point, choice liquor, brother. I mean, insane. We ain't doing red though. Red is the bait dog and wash Cartai and them kind of. Yeah, I mean, we don't do red, but the other colors is legit.
Right.
All right. Yeah, GEN.YAHANNA love that Lafroig. You know what I mean? That malt scotch, I believe.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk.
Right. And that in the, I believe, the 60s and the 70s was a visual portrait you would see a lot in America about Judah having the red eyes and the white teeth with a big smile. You get the point? It's symbolizing that good time. That's, you know, you're gonna have a good time with Judah.
Right.
You're gonna have a good time. The turn up is real. The turn up is real. You know what I mean? Which is why it's so evil how Esau has demonized our brother. Make you just, you know, if you don't know no better, you will have that preconditioned notion about Judah, brother. I'm gonna tell you something. Fight that shit out. Get that shit out. And it's something he pushes to all the 12 tribes, which is all the other 11 tribes, which is why that movie Black Panther was so effing evil. It was so evil because, okay, just think about it that. He represented the Hamites with the plate in the lip, the white man, and Judah. He didn't represent Ephraim. He didn't represent Asher. Killmonger was Judah. He was from Compton, brother.
Right.
Compton. The first scene, he playing basketball, his father loading an AK.
Right.
You get the point?
Oh, God.
The whole movie was designed to make the earth hate a Negro and want to kill him in your mind rightfully. Because when Killmonger died, ain't nobody cry for him. Ain't nobody shed a tear.
So like I said,
he and all in the movie they make it seem like, look, man, what was I thinking? My father told me a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream to want to save black people. God damn the white man.
that's right.
God damn the white man. I know you all probably missed it. Go back and watch the movie in the end. He was like, man, what was I thinking? Listening to my pops, man. Like, if a black man wanting justice is stupid. Nah, F you, nigga. F you. I'm gonna dedicate my whole life to be there when the first whip crack on your back.
All right.
Justice will be served. It will be served, Doc. It's not a pipe dream.
Right.
In the kingdom of the Lord, Killmonger is the hero. I'll tell you that. Right. He is the hero, brother. Let's keep going.
Verse 13. Genesis chapter 49 and verse 13. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships.
All right, so like somebody had a question Praveen Shumashika. Oh boy. Lucky. All right. So Mashika, whatever. Praveen, right? I ain't too sure what your name is. Might be an East Indian. I don't know. What about Jussie Smollett? All right. Just briefly, Jussie Smollett is a white man. His father is a devil. His mother is black. He is a white man and he is a faggot. Just a bad combination. So that's, you know, that's a bad combination. That's like, you know, drinking, you know, hot beer and then scotch. You're going to have a bad morning. It's going to be rough. All right. A white man cries when he doesn't get a promotion. You get the point? A white man will commit suicide if the stock market crashes. A homosexual will bitch and fret about everything. You put that together. Now you have a nigga who is mad he's getting $20,000 an episode. Hear me well. He doesn't have to pay for a wardrobe. He don't have to pay for lunch. To shoot one episode, he gets 20 G's. If they do 3 episodes in 1 week, he gets 60 grand in a week. He is mad because Terrence Howard and the other sister getting upwards of 150 grand per episode. Rightfully so. Wouldn't nobody be interested in the damn faggot movie if it wasn't for them too? Who's sitting down watching them? Who's sitting down watching these bunch of no-name actors who nobody don't know?
That's right.
Not to mention from that Empire show, you came out with your own CD of so-called original Empire music. You get the point? That they have a whole Empire season 1, season 2 with him singing and shit. You get the point? You getting 20 G's episode. You mad? So you go create a whole victim thing, being a white man riding on the historical violent experience of real black people in America because you want a few extra dollars, you fucking faggot.
That's right. For real. Diabolical.
Brother, what do I think about Jussie Smollett? Put him in jail.
That's right.
Get him lock him up and throw away the key.
I'm right.
Lock him up and throw away the key. He's a lunatic. He's crazy. He's crazy, and never forget he is a white man.
That's right.
He is a white man. You get the point? That ain't got nothing to do with us. He just lied and, you know, used our whole history so he could get a few extra dollars like a good hoe because he's mad for, you know, because his check's small. Well, nigga, come get $8 an hour in McDonald's with me. You know what I mean? You know, go drive over, get a paper route, and then tell me about complaining about 20 G's an episode. Shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep going. Moving on.
God. Genesis chapter 49 and verse 13. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon.
All right. Go ahead. That's it. The border should be unto Zidon. Anything after that? That's it? All right, start again from the top. Zebulun, Zabalawan.
Zabalawan shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon.
All right. Zebulun or Zabalawan in the Hebrew shall be a haven of ships. He will dwell by the sea. That's what it says? He will dwell by the sea and be a haven of ships. Who is Zebulun or Zabalawan? Come on, Maka.
Guatemala to Panama.
Guatemala to Panama, right? Zebulun is Guatemala to Panama. What is that region famous for?
Yes.
Come on, Maka.
The Panama Canal, sir.
The Panama Canal. Break it down.
That is the canal that they use for a short access from different points from North America to South America, and also major ship repairs. So major
ship repair, not South America to North America, but the Pacific to the Atlantic. No, the Atlantic to the Pacific. If you had if you had goods that came from England or from West Africa, and you needed it in California, you would have to either go down, sail around Argentina, or ship it to New York or Jersey or Florida, and then overland take it all the way over to California.
Right.
What they did was, right there in Central America, that land, that Panama, they bought a hole all the way through from one side to the next.
Right.
And made a canal, right? Made a canal there so ships could go easily from the Eastern Hemisphere to the Western Hemisphere. Easily, right? It's a major traffic hub. As you said, it's a point where ships could dock in, refuel, rest up, restock. It boosts the economy because, of course, it's working, taxes to be paid, all that. It's a major shipping point, right? Zebulon shall be a haven of ships. Haven, a place of safety, like a safe haven, right? A place where things dock and come and park in. Zebulon will be a haven of ships. He will dwell by the sea. He's right there in between the Atlantic and the Pacific, right? I believe that's right. That's the two on either side. Somebody check if you're correct. I could be calling this Atlantic, Pacific, and that's it, right? You could tell I failed geography. I just know up, down, left, right. That's all. That's all. Go up so, go down so. Go down so, get to left. Atlantic and Pacific?
Yeah, Atlantic to the eastern side and Pacific to the western side.
Right, Atlantic because, of course, transatlantic slave trade. So the Atlantic is the side, to the right of Brazil, to the left of Africa.
Right.
You get me? Right, that's Zebulon. His borders shall be as unto what?
Go
ahead.
Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships. And his border shall be unto Zidon.
And his border shall be as unto Zidon, right? What does that mean? What does that mean, Maikwa?
Like I said, I'm not sure about this, but I believe Zidon was an African nation.
All right, give me some more.
Right, and let's say his border shall be unto Zidon. So I believe in the geography of Israel that Zebulon borders was towards this nation.
Look up somebody who have the Bible dictionary. Right, look up Tyre and Zidon. Look up Tyre and Zidon. All right. Just to say, you know what you could do with $20,000 a week right now, and it's not even. You're right, and it's not 20 a week. It was 20 an episode. Sometimes they do 2 episodes in 1 week. You know what I mean? 20,000 US, brother. And you complaining you sold that goddamn man? All right, nigga, go to jail and work for 25 cents a day. Let me see you bring out the jail then. Go ahead, Guba.
Zidon, the ancient Phoenician city in the Lebanon. Always Sidon, New Testament. It was a Canaanite city.
It was a Canaanite city, a Hamite city. Go ahead.
22 miles north of Tyre.
22 miles north of Tyre. 22 miles is not very far. So right. Tyre and Sidon were like twin cities. They were on the coast. Go ahead.
Homer often mentions it, but never Tyre. It was near Zebulon. And Asher reached it.
Okay, does it say anything about what they was doing?
Salaki, sir, hold on. Just 1 second, please. It has a checkered history, times of great prosperity alternating with periods when the city was under foreign control. And more than once it was destroyed.
What you have? You have the expanded Bible dictionary or the compact?
I have the expanded, sir.
That's what I figured. I think the compact, it has it right there. Just a few lines down, it tells you it was a damn near like a trading post. It was a place where a lot of trade would go on. That's why it was so rich. Like the one you have just said it was so rich. Think of Tyre and Sidon like New York. Like how New York is right there on the water. A ton of trade comes into New York. The World Trade Center was in New York. Right? Tyre and Sidon was two famous Hamite ports where a lot of, it was wealthy because the port is there. So everything going in and coming out, passing through there, taxes alone, brother, is rich. Is wealth. Not to mention the profit is from sales. You understand? Right?
Okay.
Who had a hand up?
So like yes, sir.
Come on.
I think Tyre and Zion, they were like the major shipping ports of the world at that time. Anything to do?
I can't say that for sure, but I know they were a major shipping port.
Okay.
Yeah, they were a major shipping port, meaning what? A lot of ships is coming in there. A lot of ships is coming in there. A lot of trade is coming in there, just like what?
So yes, sir. Just like the Panama Canal, sir.
Just like the Panama Canal. Okay, and okay, you probably have to see the Panama Canal. Let me try and pull up something for you right now. All right. The Panama Canal, brother, it's really a ridiculous, piece of engineering.
Right.
It's really a ridiculous piece of engineering. Hold on. And okay, trade in the Panama Canal got so high, they had to expand it recently.
Okay.
They had to do a whole expansion. Okay, I have the expansion video here for you. Hold on.
So like yes, sir.
Go ahead.
As I can remember, it's like some of the parts of the Panama Canal, because of the type of engineering, like they may have to go over like certain mountainous areas or high areas where they would actually have to flood.
Yeah, that was the expansion. That was the expansion engineering they did with it. Like, let me tell you something now. You see the scripture where it says the elder will serve the younger?
Okay.
That ain't no joker. This white man is supposed to be a slave to us. The shit he comes up with her in order for to feed himself or to make money. Like, we do things for the betterment of everybody, to make a job easier, to make more food. This white man does things to make more money, but the shit he'll come up with, like, he needs somebody beating him to tell him, make it, engineer something to make water get to this desert, because I need to feed these people. You get me? All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I do a screen share real quick.
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Just as in one of them famous clips that you was in, sir, that they talk about black supremacy, sir. About taking care of black families, as opposed to white supremacy, about the worship and the dominance of the white man, the selfishness. That's it.
That's it. So this is a part of the Panama Canal earlier on, all right? You see, this is a huge ship, huge, with a ton of containers on it. That's that's $1 billion and more on that boat. Right? Now, just in comparison, you see the little caterpillar down here?
Car.
You see imagine the size of a man in comparison to the boat itself.
Whoa.
That's a bit, and there's another boat here coming in. You see it?
Right.
This is the two channels right now. All right.
That's the lucky one.
Go ahead, Al.
As I read Tyre, there's a picture that shows that Tyre had a causeway. The canal is also called a causeway, isn't it?
Okay, I've never heard it described as a causeway, but it said that Tyre had a causeway.
Kanamunkan.
Good night. Spell causeway.
C-A-U-S-E-W-A-Y.
C-A-U-S-E, Causeway. Okay.
I'm gonna look it up.
Boy, boy, you see why you valuable, brother?
Yeah, right.
You see why I always send you the invite, brother?
Come on.
I'll show the general. Good. Nice. That's insane. That's good to add there because it's damn near like a canal. It's a pathway designed to move things over.
Right.
And so if Tyree had a causeway, Tyree had a damn canal, you know, the Panama Canal today, his borders will be as onto Tyree and Zidon, right? Which is two operating cities. All right, let me get some more of this right here. All right, and of course, in addition to the trade coming through Zebulon, it's also a tourist attraction because this is an engineering feat. You understand? Now look at it. There's a boat to this. I assume this. I think is a devil. To his right. All right.
Good.
Now look over his left. Look over his right shoulder. You see all these containers in the back here? That's another boat, brother. It's trade going through that damn canal.
The Panama Canal, and it's a bit crazy, but it's really, really impressive. We're here at the Pacific entrance of the lock, which is the Mia Flores locks. There's actually 3 sets to get you from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean. It's pretty cool because 35 to 40 ships come through here a day, and they built. You can just see behind me.
Wait, 35 to 40 ships a day. And brother, we ain't talking tugboats. We ain't talking them pirogue. We talking billions of dollars coming through Panama, and the people of Panama are poor because the white man is the devil. The white man is the devil. 30 to 40 ships a day, Ark. A day.
Right. Like I said,
come on.
As the port are seeing this, is that not what you call it, a gateway there for the water? Look on the right hand side. Or to
yes.
Yeah.
The video I have after this video is about 2 minutes long. I have another video that explains the science of the whole thing. I'm gonna just show it just for educational purposes.
We built a bigger one that takes bigger ships. Only 5 ships go through, but they can take up to 14,000 containers. Pretty impressive.
He's a man. Pretty impressive. Like the white man, brother, he's just he lusts over anything powerful. Anything big and powerful, he's, he'll worship you. That's why, he worships, athletes the way he does. You know what I mean? Because it's just, he has a lust for power. That's why he goes hunting. Does the white man hunt and show off a rabbit that he killed? Hunt and go show off a penguin? Brother, he has to show off the lion. He has to show off the elephant. You understand? He has an insatiable lust over anything powerful because he is such a bitch. He's so weak that anything powerful is like, oh my God. The only way I can exist in the same space as this thing is to kill it or conquer it. Go ahead quickly.
This man, he just not say 14,000 to pass, but like he want to see 14,000 pass through. 34 is not enough, like for real.
It's not enough. It's not enough. He wants more. They build the channel to let less ships go through. So he's like, well, to do less ships, let's just make the boats bigger and put more containers on there. And then that wasn't enough. They had to expand the canal. Right?
It's pretty wild being here at the Panama Canal. This is one of the 7 industrial wonders of the world, and I can understand why. It's pretty amazing, and wow. It's still very popular. There's a lot of people here to see it. Look at
Go ahead.
There's inferiority complex. That is more or less is along them lines, sir. Along with being entirely evil, like an inferiority complex. The white man have that, you know. And every time of the day, he must feel happy by this slaughtering and conquering and raping and murdering and thieving.
I mean, he's the devil. I ain't trying to get too scientific about it. He's the devil. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to understand his mind. That's you white, you're a devil. Go pick up. You get the point? Like you know, you think he trying to figure out too much about me? Nah, use a nigga. I have to oppress you. You white, the devil. You get the point? He is the devil. He definitely has that inferiority complex. But he is the devil the Bible speaks of. The other video, for some reason, does not show it. All right? It's about that time when they start to mess with the class, too. All right? It's just about that time. I think they're right on time. They're right on cue. All right? Hold on. I think we have it here. See what hold on. All right. All right, so this is a graphical display of the canal and the engineering behind it.
100th anniversary. The expansion of the Panama Canal, aimed to be completed by June 2015, will open up the 81-kilometer channel to even bigger vessels. The canal currently uses locks to raise ships 26 meters above sea level. Water from the artificial lake enters by gravity into locks and causes ships to rise. The ships then travel through the artificial lakes and channels until they reach the locks to the sea on the other side. 2 new sets of locks are being constructed to supplement the already existing locks at the Atlantic and Pacific entrances of the channel. The new locks will be larger but use less water than the existing ones. Nearby basins will recycle the water from the locks as they are emptied and use the water to partially fill the locks when another ship passes through. Water from the canal's lakes will also be used to fill the locks. The new locks will be able to handle ships that are longer, taller, and wider. Per ship cargo capacity will nearly triple, from the current roughly 4,500 standard container limit to roughly 12,000 standard containers.
Good night.
These will make the Panama Canal more competitive with the alternative Suez Canal route, which currently accommodates much larger ships.
Right? So they're saying them changes is going to make the Panama Canal more competitive with alternative routes, which mean what? Now, he designed that thing. You had to pay to pass through there. You had to pay to pass through there, and if you don't want to pay, well, you can go around. But if you want to come through here, you're going to pay, though. You are going to pay. You get the point? Come on.
The white man controls all of it.
Of course he controls all of it. You think Noriega control that shit? You think Manuel Noriega control that? Of course the white man control it. He's the devil.
Yeah.
He is the devil. Keep reading. Let's go. Let's try to finish this up early.
God. Genesis chapter 49, verse 14. I.S.U.P.K is a strong ass, holding down between 2 burdens.
Oh, Salaki, hold on. Deuteronomy. Let's get Deuteronomy 33. And Salaki, I skip Reuben in Deuteronomy. Give me Deuteronomy 33 and 6, and then skip to verse 18. Quick. Whoever else have it. Tazawo, you could hold Genesis 49, all right?
Okay. Like I said, Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 6. Let Reuben live and not die.
Say it again.
Let Reuben live and not die.
One more time.
Let Reuben live and not die.
Go ahead.
And let not his men be few.
Right? Because, of course, the dignity of the excellence of dignity, honor. Let him live and not die, man. That was the prayer. Let him live and not die. That was a blessing from the Lord. You understand? Because, of course, the white man, if he could, he would just exterminate everybody. He just kill and slaughter and just, genocide everybody. All right, skip to verse 18 for Zebulon.
Verse 18. And Zebulun, and of Zebulun, he said, rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and I.S.U.P.K in thy tents.
What's that talking about?
Like I said.
Uh-huh.
I think I might just try, right? But I mean that they're talking about these ships and them coming in here, right? Coming into Panama, right? And it's saying that like Africa, in the intent, like Africa will be working on these ships when something come like labor.
Not the ships, but this. Okay, it's the terminology that's throwing you off. Going out means going out to war.
Right.
Just like once you all break ground down there and start going to camp, which will be very soon. That's why I want you all tight. I want you all tighten up on all fronts. All right.
Okay.
You know, you'll hear this is UPK terminology. Gabbar might be familiar, the brothers and all the other brothers who listening. You all going out today? You all went out today? Right? It ain't talking about leaving the house. It's talking about going to war. You all went to camp? Did you all go out? Are you all going out today? We going out today? Start getting called. Your camp leader. Oh, you camp leaders. Slack so checking in. We going out today? When they going out, they will rejoice. Meaning Zebulon gonna have, victory in war. When you go into the history of how Esau conquered, like Esau don't tell you the full history. He make it seem like he just come and was better and more powerful than everybody. That's not the truth. Esau got his ass kicked from each of these tribes up until one moment when the Lord put the tables in his favor. Because of course, he is the one to make us jealous. There was a ton of revolts on slave revolts where Esau would get murdered and killed. Forget about the wars against God, right? God and Reuben. Forget about the Mexican wars for Mexico. Like Esau, he would get torn up, and then of course eventually he'll win. You understand? Because of course, the Lord is not going to allow us to physically prevail over Esau. Why?
So like I said,
go ahead.
Because he wants us to come back to him so that he can send his son to deliver us.
That's true, but in the context I'm looking for, that's not what I want. Makwea? All right. If I.S.U.P.K was able to overthrow the government and run everything and be in charge, what would that mean for us today?
I guess so.
Go ahead, Shaw.
We go get the soup, we go whatever we want to.
Give me some more. What do you mean?
So we go get the people we go get to eat the meat that we should be eating. You might dress the way we should.
Why?
Because he ruling. Unrighteous man ruling.
But he's a brother. Right? He just have an Arab name, so what's the issue? Go ahead.
Is it that the influence that the Most High looking for to spread through the land or among the tribes wouldn't be brought forward or have the opportunity to come forward?
You're right, but you're complicating it. So whoever is on the street drinking a stag while you're speaking will not understand a goddamn thing you say.
Right.
Keep it simple.
Right.
Let me help you out a little more. The Black Panthers, I forget the year, but they marched into, I believe it was in LA, the Congress there. At one time, everybody had the right to carry, to bear arms in America. Everybody. There was no like state regulation on it. It was a man's right to, carry shit. The Black Panthers, under some stupid council, went in there with guns, not to shoot nobody, but, just doing nigger shit. Went in there, and of course, from that incident, they, started going with these laws of, you can't have a whole ton of stuff. Right? Why didn't the Lord allow the Black Panthers to grow and take over this devil and prevail? Why didn't the Black Panthers win? Why didn't the civil rights win? Why didn't Nation of Islam win? Why didn't I.S.U.P.K win? Why didn't the Haitian Revolution put Haiti in a better place today?
I guess so.
Come on.
Because it was the Most High's will. And it was not in the right. It was not in the right spirit in terms of the. It was not the truth. So that way, it didn't cause it to prevail, even though it was Israel.
You're right, but he still didn't give. Yeah, I want it fully. I want to give him the full breakdown. You're right. All you are right, but okay, you ain't giving it to me. Okay.
So I guess I'm try one more shot.
Go ahead.
It was not the UPK under command of General Yahanna.
That's true. Good attempt, but it's still wrong. That's true. That's absolutely true, and that's right. But that's what I'm looking for. Let me ask you this one thing, Tazo.
Go ahead.
Who is responsible for the Haitian Revolution?
So the I just want to take a shot at it. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to take a shot at it, right? The oppression of the white man is responsible for the vote. That's
not what I'm asking. Okay, who is it accredited to?
Right, that's what accredited to
the revolution is accredited to what?
To the men of Haiti that uprise, but not under this. All right, are we still yeah.
What do they say about? Okay, you might have to know some details about the Haitian Revolution.
The
Haitians got scared and left because they were defecating through their mouths. You know what that means? Shit comes out of behind. They were throwing up shit. They were getting sick and dying. In addition to the war and the cutting off the heads, it was jammed up.
Right.
Till this day, when you hear about the Haitian Revolution, one name comes to mind, which is Toussaint. And then right after him, they say, them Haitians put
black magic voodoo.
Put the voodoo on the French. If that had continued and Haiti stood all the way strong, what would we all be trying to do to get out of captivity? If the Nation of Islam was successful and rose up and the Million Man March and all that, and we won nation and we subdued the white man, what would all the other tribes be trying to do to get out of captivity? Assalamu alaikum with a bow tie and a bean pie.
Yep.
Right? If what's the other thing I mentioned? I.S.U.P.K, the Jamaat al-Muslimin. If he was successful, and to a point, he was, because he surrendered and they didn't kill him. He went to jail and he somehow sued the state when he overthrew the government and got paid. And what did that do for young black men who was, 15, 16 at that time when he got out? And even now, what is that doing for young black men who were oppressed in Trinidad? Who does now? Hold on, Maka. So no, hold on, Tazapa.
Right. Good.
What do young black men do today because of I.S.U.P.K's reputation and the reputation of Jamaat al-Muslimin? You not sure? No sweat, ain't no sweat. Don't worry. When I say it, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit." You gonna see when you hear the answer, you gonna know. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. You ain't seeing it. It's your leader's fault. You understand? Your leader, them politicians down there, they're not saying what's really going on. Because of that, brothers was emboldened to join the Jamaat al-Muslimin.
That's right.
Because a swift blow wasn't dealt. You understand? Because a swift blow wasn't dealt, brothers is like, shit, Allah must be real. Look, he's still walking around. Listen, he shot the prime minister in his foot and was threatening him, whooping his ass. How the hell is he still walking?
Right.
How? How is that even happening?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Once it's never reflected as the true and living Most High power as the only solution for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to come out of captivity and be truly free, then the world can pay anything. They don't give a shit, Salakia. Excuse my language, right? They don't give a damn who gets some form of glory as a light or direction for the same tribes to be a part of.
Okay, it's simpler than that. It's simpler than that. The reason why he wasn't dealt with is because between the government and America, weakness was shown.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. Weakness was shown. You know what I mean? In any other place, or if this was the white man, while he's walking up with his hands up like that, some young soldier who want to prove himself would have just blow the back of his head off.
Right.
You understand? And that would have been that. You get me? Like no other nation accepts that. Right now, Britain, they split down the middle because the government don't want to let in this. They call her the ISIS bride. I forget her name. Shamima something. Shamima Begum or Begum, some old retarded ass name. This dumb bitch, she an Arab. When she was 16 years, she left the UK and went to join ISIS because she thought, the Crusades was on and, Muhammad and, whatever. You know what I mean? Went down there, get their full tail whipped by ISIS because she didn't know them Arabs is riding camels, throwing rocks and making IEDs. She didn't know about the Predator drone. You understand? Like you don't see it coming, you just hear boom. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to find the video with them Arabs on the back of that truck shooting a grenade launcher, some little small rocket. And they in between two buildings. They're shooting the shit out, and you just had to hear this whistling sound like in them cartoon, like you hearing it faint. I shit you not, I shit you not. You hearing it faint, and then you started hear, and then started run, brother, because something was let off from far away that they couldn't see. Right. Because this white man is blessed with the sword. The white man have aircraft carriers. You know what an aircraft carrier is, right? Right, them big ships, them planes beyond out in the seas. Them things be 3 and 4 football fields long.
Right.
Those things are equipped with guns that could shoot from out there and light your city up. You ain't even seeing where it's coming from.
Right.
She take a simple ass down to ISIS to join ISIS, get breed by one of them crazy ass Arabs. ISIS get her ass whooped. She have a son, the son of a terrorist. And now, because ISIS get her ass whooped, she want to come back and get her citizenship in the UK. so of course, Theresa May them don't want to let her back in. The opposition, in typical gay white man fashion, is opposing that because the opposition wants power, just like Kamala opposes Rowley.
Right.
On basic common sense shit. The white man, he just opposed things just because. So the government of UK do not want to let her back in. You a traitor. You was a citizen. Stay over there with ISIS. Your baby's sick. Go ask, al-Baghdadi to feed your child. You went over there to, join a terrorist organization. Now you get your ass whoop. You want to come back and be a UK citizen? Hell no. Michael Corbyn, I think, who was in charge of the opposition, they want to let her back in. Why the UK government don't want to let her in? They need to send a message that if you go do this shit, you're on your own.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Send that message now that if you go do this, you are on your own. Because if I don't send that message, what would people be emboldened to do? Go join ISIS.
That's right.
Go join some radical whatever. You get me?
Okay.
Of course, all these things we had over the years trying to fight and break free, it wouldn't work because the Lord wants the glory. The scripture says, I am the Lord. I will not give my glory to another. That's what the Bible says. I will not give my glory to another. The only successful slave revolt ever was in Egypt.
Okay.
Ever.
That's right.
You understand?
Okay.
The Haitian Revolution was successful by our standards, but after it, Britain, America, France, Netherlands, and Spain all joined together to cripple Haiti. They started sinking ships that was coming with trade from other countries. Haiti enjoyed a little bit of power for a while, but then under Desailly, brother, it was rough for them after, because them European nations was not taking that black eye. And they crippled Haiti and then made Haiti pay reparations to France for every French soldier they killed in a revolt of slavery. You get the point? What happened when we walked out of Egypt? The nations were afraid. You understand? They heard what our Lord did. You understand? There's no reason to fear man. So to fear Desailly and to say, we ain't gonna fear him. But shit, if the Lord come and, you know, the firstborn of every baby die, of every person die. You know, fires in Paradise, California, the earthquake come and split Trinidad in two. And only the places where the East Indians and the Syrians and the Africans is fallen into the sea. And sea lots ain't falling into the sea, and Beetham and Johnson and Point and Labrie still standing. And of course, the next morning we coming out shaking because it's rough. And then it's like, hold up. Nigga, who did it? The Lord did it. Right. That's you know, the Lord won the glory. So, you understand? Go ahead,
is there paraphrasing? Isn't there a verse that says, "Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord"?
That's what it says. Vengeance, I think it's Romans 12, if I'm not mistaken, 12:21, something like that. Vengeance in mine, say, do not avenge, beloved, do not avenge yourself. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. You get the point? Let's finish up Genesis real quicker. At least I'll finish Genesis. You all could go through chapter 33 on your own and pair it up, all right? Let's finish up Genesis quick so I can close this up tonight.
Good. Genesis chapter 49 and verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens.
Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens. What does that mean? So what?
You will always be under pressure.
That's true for all tribes.
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens. I believe in Christ time or around in the biblical times.
Hold up, Bayaf. We good?
Huh?
We good?
Yeah, you good, sir.
Listen, you ain't gonna slide back in there. What's going on? I'm waiting for Galawan to empty the oil, and let me know, you know. We'll see. We'll see. Don't worry about it. We're waiting for everybody here. All right, go ahead.
Yes, like I said, in those times, biblical times, ass would be loaded on both sides with heavy load. So to me, it's symbolizing that Issachar would, just as how the ass would be loaded and burdened with a lot of work and be able to carry it. He would be a strong worker. Or he would be a strong worker.
Anybody else? Right? Issachar is a strong ass, like a strong donkey. Right? Like how you load up a donkey, couching down between two burdens, meaning he's ready to get down and work. He's willing to get down and do some hard, strenuous work. You understand? And even the symbol, the burro, is the donkey. You understand? The burro is the donkey. You get me? You see Issachar, that you see that when you look up they like how the white man has the eagle to represent him. See depictions of Mexico with the donkey, with the burro, with the sombrero. Because that's it. That's who Issachar is. All right, go ahead.
Good. Verse 15. He saw that rest was good.
Go ahead.
And the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute.
All right, what does that mean? Macabre.
Yeah, kind of cancer. he saw that the rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant. This kind of more or less what drawing from this is the mind state of I.S.U.P.K, in terms of, you know, just coming more or less like in a relaxed state, right, and becoming a servant unto tribute, you know, like more or less just keep working and really giving the strength.
The last party onto it, becoming a servant unto tribute. All right, let me get to you just for time's sake. All right, read it again from the top. And he saw.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 15. And he saw that rest was good.
Right, Issachar saw that rest was good. Till this day, Issachar is the only nation that, as a people, have something called siesta. Not fiesta with the F. Fiesta means party, right? Or the name of a car, depending on which zone you're in. I hear they had them something fiesta, right? Fiesta is a party. Siesta with a C, which okay, Issachar in Mexico as a people, their culture is after lunch around 1 or 2, the whole place shuts down for an hour or 2. And everybody goes to sleep. Everybody goes to sleep and then wakes up late and finishes the day. Even Issacharites that do the landscaping, they get up early in the morning, do the work. As soon as that sun get high, 11, 12, 1, lunch. Lunch, eat, sleep, rock back. Somewhere cool in the back of the van. You might have the AC on under the tree. Knock out for a couple hours and then you wake up fresh. He saw that rest was good. Because who the hell will work for 8 hours and then after lunch you falling asleep everywhere. Whether you're in front of a computer or you're on a construction site. Take a 5. Go sit down. So Issachar is the only place right now that has that. And the white man is so evil, brother. You could go check it out. I ain't lying to you. The white man started pressing the government of Mexico to do away with siestas because they were losing productivity. How could you listen? An Issacharite in his sleep will outwork you. In his sleep, he outworking you. How are you losing productivity with an Issacharite? You just don't want to see the slaves resting. That's the problem. A smiling slave or a resting slave, a sleeping slave, you dare sleep? Nigga, how my grass? The grass is growing while you sleeping and eating them burritos. Nail that wall. You get the point? That's the mindset. And you could go look it up. Mexico as a whole, that's the culture of Issachar. Rest, work hard, get some rest, then get up and finish the day later. Job gonna get done, right? He bowed his shoulder to bear the weight. You know, he's willing to do the work. He bear you just like an animal. When you want to lay up an animal, you make that animal come down. And lay him up. Right? Issachar is getting down. He ready to do the work. He bowing his shoulder, load him up. And he became what? And he became a servant unto tribute. Meaning, you could pay Issachar to do anything. Issachar to do anything. You might not understand it. You probably had to live in America or one of the Central American countries where in America, Issachar, not all Issacharites, some Issacharites have a whole landscaping company and do this thing. But Issachar definitely is known for hanging around at Home Depot, the hardware store. Because, of course, these heathens don't know, you know, they can't do nothing. Issachar, even if he don't know how to do it, he gonna learn. Right. And he'll offer his services for whatever you want to do, cut grass, do whatever. He there with his bag of tools waiting. 1, 2, 3, come on. Jump in the back of the truck, you go to some devil house somewhere, cut the grass, you know, change his doors, change the windows, and he take it back into town just for a little bit of money. You get the point? And this is a good example of the characteristics we have as the 12 tribes. Together, it would benefit us. Separated is our Achilles heel or Achilles tendon, meaning the white man will exploit that quality of us for his gain. And because Issachar is a servant to tribute, guess what I could get Issachar to do?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Anything I want them to do. Any garments,
okay, more specifically, I will get Issachar to do everything everybody else will not do.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Because Issachar will take it and make it work, make it do. Right. That's why he will, and then when he do that, he'll come on the back end and tell Israel, see, the Mexicans taking all the job. But we wasn't going to do that shit any fucking way. Who going to pick all that pounds of tomatoes for nothing? Issachar will go do it, and he'll use that to pit it against us, pit us against each other. When the jobs Issachar is dominating in, niggas ain't doing that. Listen, that old imposter, listen, Jussie Smollett is blackface. That's the quintessential blackface. That's the best blackface I've seen all year. You're mad at Gucci. This nigga is a white man having on the spirit of black people, taking on the persona of black people to clown.
Right.
Is blackface. He's a devil. You don't know that? Is blackface. This devil in blackface don't even want to work for $20,000 an episode. What F you talking about Issachar taking all the jobs?
Right.
You faggots don't even want to work. But Issachar is a servant unto tribute.
So
right? Go ahead.
And that's heavy because it benefits the Edomites when they do build a wall and they keep them separated like that. Because now they'll fight harder to sneak in just to get work.
Just to get work. And now guess what? They'll be willing. Esau press them to accept more. That's less slack here. To accept less because now you see Trump done build that big wall. I could get you in, but shit, I can't pay you like I used to.
Right.
I'll get 20 cents instead.
Come on.
See? All right, let's keep going. 16, quickly. Let's keep going.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 16. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Verse 17.
Right? Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Right? Dan means judge, right? The prophet Daniel or Daniel Allah, judge of the Lord. Dan means to judge. He will judge as one of the tribes of his people. Dan is within 12 tribes, specifically in Manasseh. All right. Dan shall leave from Bashan. I'll tell you where that's. He shall leave from Bashan. I'm going to find it for you, tell you where it is. What happened is Dan started having more females than males because males carry the seed, and Dan became less than a tribe. He became just a family and was absorbed into Manasseh. All right. So he's around. He's in under the umbrella of Manasseh, just like Ephraim and Manasseh. They are not Jacob's sons. They are Jacob's grandsons. Ephraim and Manasseh is Joseph's son. Joseph is Jacob's son. You get me? But of course, Ephraim and Manasseh is counted as the 12 brothers, even though they nephews of the other brothers. You get what I'm saying? How we operate as a family. That's just how families operate. It's similar to Midian. Midian is not a son of Ishmael. Midian is a brother. I believe Midian is another son Abraham had later on. But he went with Ishmael. And he comes under the tent of Ishmael. But he's not a son of Ishmael. You get me? So it's like that, all right? Keep going.
Verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward.
Right? Anybody want to try that one?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Makoyak.
When you say Dan shall be a serpent by the way, right? Like how Dan absorbed in the tribes, right? Is it that Dan It's like he's there, but he's not there. In that kind of way.
All right, I'll take that. Anybody else?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Like our serpent be set, and we didn't think further. You know, you wouldn't, as some like was saying, you wouldn't see him, but it'd be in the shadows and just pounce, right? The pounce and strike. That's what will be a damn obedient, you know?
That's it. That just both of you all correct. Like a snake, you know, just think like them Western movies with that rattlesnake. You hear the rattle, but you ain't seeing the damn snake. He right there, and you looking rattle, you ain't seeing him, he in the way, but and then he reach up, bite the horse come and throw you off. Now you trapped under the horse and the snake come up and kill you. Right? In movies, but it's similar in scenario with that where Dan is there. He there, you just ain't seeing him. He's not out in the open, but he's there.
Right.
You understand?
Okay.
Let's go, verse 19, quickly. Let's have a few more.
Oh, so like I said, there's a quick question on the 17, right?
Go ahead, quickly.
All right, that by this, the horse's heels, so the rider shall fall back. But they have any correlation or any specific part they're talking about in history, anytime it went to in specific no,
it's not a metaphor in that sense. It's a metaphor in the sense of he is there,
right?
And he can strike like how a snake would strike and do that.
Right.
He's still there getting it in just like the other tribes. All right.
Right. All
right. There's some faggot blood in my eyes. You know, he just mad. Anytime you see Israelites start to talk about the Hispanics is not Israelites and the Native Indians, let me tell you what really it is, especially the men. It's a jealousy thing. More than likely, brother. I could bet. I'm 99% sure on this bet. They try to kick game to some, you know, Ephraimite or some Manassite or some Brazilian, and the sister turned their weak ass down, and all of a sudden, to you know, so the ego don't get bruised. You know, she's a white woman. You get me? The sisters who say that dumb shit is a jealousy because of what they see as the physical features. You get me? Because of the media pushes a certain thing, so they see that and they have an issue with it. You know, some sisters, you know, you a brother with a I.S.U.P.K or Ephraimite, they're gonna lose their weight. You understand? But that old the Simeonite sister, the dark-skinned one, something La Negra America, some shit like that. The broad look like Spice, just she talk fast because of the Latin shit. She don't look like your, you know, media propagated Simeonite.
Right.
But she built like Spice. You all know Spice, dance all out of Spice? She come Trinidad, give her a flyer with my number on it. Just letting you know. Just, you know. Rank order. The hatred is not there for that, but some, you know, little faggots in here talking about, you know, they're not Israel. Blood in my eyes. His name is Blood in My Eyes. That's why you can't see, nigga, because blood is in my eyes. You dumbass. Right? The I.S.U.P.K is mi hermano, mi canalito. Right? Mi canal. You understand? Asha is mi canal. You get it? Right. Like fools like this would go suck on an African when the African, you know, destroying, you know what I mean? You get me? Let's go. Keep going on. Let's try to finish up this real quick so you all can get
Genesis chapter 49 was 19.
Go ahead.
God, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
Right? I'm going to go through it just for time's sake, right? God is the North American Indian, right? A troop shall overcome him, specifically talking about the American cavalry. The American cavalry had serious wars with God. Sitting Bull and Red Cloud, I believe, was from the tribe of God. There's movies on it. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, Battle at Little Bighorn. Those were some of the more significant battles that they had, right? In the beginning, God was whipping their ass. You go read Deuteronomy 33, it tells you God was ferocious in war, and he would rip the arm with the, how they say it was a poetic way, where he will rip the arm with the scalp. Hold on. Read quickly. Go to Deuteronomy 33 and 20.
God, Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 20. And God, he said, blessed be he that enlargeth God, as a lion, and teareth the arm with the crown of the head.
Right? Blessed be he that enlarged in the garment. Bless the Most High. Because God will dwell like a lion out in the plains.
Yes.
Roaming and moving, hunting. Yeah, you get the point? God is a hunter. And the white man tried to make them farmers. And God would always tell the white man, listen, our people are not farmers. We follow the buffalo. Wherever the buffalo go, we follow him because that's where we get our meat, our clothing from. The white man said, and killed all the buffalo. Right? Killed all the buffalo to force God onto the reservation because God was refusing the reservation at first because there wasn't farmers. You understand? There wasn't farmers, and the white man has God on reservations right now and is in the state of depression to where if the reservation was a country, it would have the highest rate of suicide in the world because God is so depressed. Suicide and alcoholism plagues God because of it. A troop shall overcome him, but he will overcome in the end. You understand? He will overcome in the end. The white man gave God over 170 treaties. I think it's 178 to be exact. And the white man broke them all. Sitting Bull, Red Cloud, they tried to work with him. And he would just lie and broke all of the treaties. You understand? He broke all of the treaties. God will overcome in the end. He will rip. What do they say? He will tear the arm with the scalp.
And tear the arm with the crown of the head.
Say it again.
And tear the arm with the crown of the head.
He will tear the arm with the crown of the head. Tear it, like ripping, like you ever see when people do that burnout with the wheels on a car or a bike? What do they say? The car peeled out.
Right.
Peeled out because of how fast it's moving, man. He peeled out, right? That talking about the scalping, because God was famous in war for scalping them devils out.
Right.
And scalping high-ranking men. It was reserved for them high-ranking men. Like you and Walker, you know, the white man, he identifies he's a captain or a general. With his badges and his uniform. You in war, God coming up to you and grabbing that old bushy mop head and scalp you.
Right.
Scalp. I think one of them generals got scalped. I think it was Andrew Jackson. One of the famous military generals got scalped, survived it, but then went back for some revenge. Go ahead.
Yes, like if I'm not mistaken, they're also famous for skinning here alive as well. So.
Okay, that part I ain't too sure, but you have to get the history on it. But the scalping, I know that. Yeah. That's why it says he will rip the arm, he will tear the forearm with the scalp of the head. He'll tear it like quick. Cut that shit out. You get me? You make the incision, pull that shit, and peel that back. All right? Genesis 49 and 20, quickly.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 20. Out of Asher his bread shall be fat. And he shall yield royal dainties.
Who was Asher? Colombia to Uruguay, Venezuela, Brazil, right? His bread will be fat. I done told you all how much gold Maduro have hiding all over the world. He got bread, he got cake, right? And he shall yield royal dainties, all the gold and stuff he had. All the royal, even the symbol of Asher in the 12 tribes is the grapes. Right. Grapes is symbolized with, is significant, is symbolic of royalty. You get the point? That's Asher. Deuteronomy 33 tell you his feet will be dipped in oil and all the minerals from the earth and all that stuff. Asher is rich down there with you know, natural resources. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 21. Naphtali is a hind let loose. He giveth goodly words. Slacky, he giveth goodly words.
Right? Naphtali is a hind let loose. A hind let loose is extremely athletic.
Right.
Extremely athletic. That's Naphtali. Who is that? Argentina to Uruguay. I ain't got to tell you but a few names. Diego Maradona.
Right.
How tall is he? About 4'1"?
Yeah.
And the whole world couldn't stop that little nigga.
That's right.
Right? They had the other one right now, Kun Aguero, who played for Manchester City.
Right.
And it so happened, Kun Aguero married Diego Maradona's daughter. I don't know how the hell they worked that shit out. I want to see that baby. That baby might fly. But they're famous for their athletic ability. Uruguay, what's it say? It's like Argentina to Chile, even Chile. Right? Chile had some players that there was pint size, but you can't stop them. For a long period of time, even when they're playing football against them European countries, them European countries would prepare because they cannot run with them. Because especially Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, we couldn't run with them. Right? He's a hind let loose. You might have to go watch a video of a deer run. You ain't catching no deer. I don't care what you're driving, I don't care what you're running. 2 hops, and he's probably half a mile away. You're not catching a deer. There's a video that was viral on Facebook where the deers was jumping over the road from one side, jumping, clearing the whole road. And I'm talking, it had to be about 60 of them. Just jumping. Jumping over. I ain't talking about touching the road anymore. Right in the grass and flying to the next side. And not struggling to clear the road. I mean, landing in the bushes like he's a hind let loose. That's Argentina. And good words, they're known for being polite and courteous. Don't be in that type of way, all right? Don't be incorrupt. The white man, you know what I mean? The average Argentinian right now is a devil. The average one, when I say the one who live in there, because a lot of them is implants. Like that Lionel Messi, he's a devil. His parents are Italian, right? Because the poor of Italy went down there, and Germans who was running from justice from the Holocaust ran down into Argentina. So you have a lot of them down there who are Germans and Italians, but the native ones you will know, right? Like them football players, Kun Aguero, Di Maria, they are native ones. Messi is a devil. That's why they love him so much. I don't see what's special about him, to be honest. But they love him, right? All he does is push and run. Push and run. So what? You know that's break foot in Mahika. Straight up. Time in here and whap. Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance.
Only because he's a white man, that's why Spain love him.
That's they love him. You get the point? And they have white boys who had them German names who play for them countries, and you could tell who is who. You understand? Go ahead.
Like men like Mario Gomez and them fellas, he come out to Germany. He's playing for Germany, but
he's a brother. I believe he's a brother. I ain't too sure about him. All right. He's a brother. But you just had to go into their bio, and you would start to see where they come from, where their parents come from, and stuff like that. All right. And I'm gonna dismiss you all. We right up on the time there. All right. You all know next is Joseph, who is Ephraim. Right? Is he a fruitful bow, right? Which means Ephraim, you could sneeze on an Ephraimite and she's going to get pregnant. Right. When you look at her and blink hard. She's coming with a baby. She's fruitful. Right? Ephraim, I live with Captain I.S.U.P.K. I'm expecting a new baby anytime soon. I mean, I that making babies are. I've got babies, big babies and little babies. And he ain't stopping, right? For you sisters who have white corsages that want some babies. You know what I mean? Go see Captain I.S.U.P.K. I'm going to pass overnight. You get some babies. Right? Fruitful bough that goes over the wall. You want to precept that with, I think it's in Amos, Ephraim is a cake unturned. Of course, talking about his lighter complexion. And because of that, there's a wall that separates 12 tribes, usually from the white man, from the majority of the 12 tribes, which is the complexion or the features. Ephraim is able to pass for Esau.
Oh, right.
That's why they love J-Lo. Right? Mark Anthony. Right? A ton of them stars is Ephraimites. But they could, dye the hair blonde, do the makeup to the nose, look straighter. And, they could be up there with Esau, and Esau is not going to be sick because who is this nigger sitting at the table? You get the point? And now Ephraim is able to go over the wall that the rest of us can't.
Right.
And his branches could go over the wall. You get me? You could read it down. He blessed with a whole ton of blessings, the islands, the fruit, the vegetation, the gold. After Ephraim is who? The archers have grieved him. That's the Spanish conquistadors, right? The archers have grieved him sorely. That's special mention of the Spanish conquistadors conquering Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rico, Spain, all right? Next is Benjamin. I ain't got to tell you about that. Benjamin shall raven as the wolf, right? In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil, right? Meaning what? Benjamin is going to work at an odd time. He's going to work when other people is not working. You understand? Benjamin is known for work. Work, work, work. 2 and 3 jobs. All of y'all inside there have 2 and 3 jobs. Right? All have the skills to do 2 and 3 jobs. Right? And of course, brothers, tribes over here know it because Benjamites typically have 2 and 3 jobs over here. It even becomes a joke amongst Judah. You meet a Benjamite, how much jobs they have? You understand? It's a joke because Benjamin is working. Why? Because he's working to take care of that family. That's why he divides the spoil. Right? Benjamin is famous for what? Packing up, going to New York, living on Flatbush, working 2-3 jobs, filling a barrel and sending it home back for the family. Right? That's a typical Benjamite trait because Benjamin is so engrossed with family. Like every tribe have something to do. Benjamin is very family oriented, and it's hard for Benjamin to not consider family. Right? Now, in the world, that could promote a certain amount of selfishness because you for yourself. Right? And when you say yourself, you and your own family. In the truth, your family is who? So you working, but you dividing the spoil among everybody. Like in the truth, our strengths and weaknesses complement each other. You dig? Our strengths and weaknesses would complement each other. In the world, the white man uses it to pit us against each other. You get me? He uses it to pit us against each other. All right? So that's basically it. You could read it through, bring your questions next week. Read Deuteronomy 33, try to match it up. If you have questions on it, bring it. If not, with that, we pass the class over to Priest and Officer Sowapiala. Let's clap it up. Also, one more thing. The raven as the wolf, the ravening is a very intense, zealous action. With intent and purpose and zeal, and Benjamin is known for that, having that zeal, that drive when it comes to work. When it comes to working, you have to pull a Benjamite back because he'll die working.
Right.
You understand? He will die working. He will not take a break. You know, he could hardly sleep long enough because there's work to be done. Right. You understand? And with that, you know, the white man, that's a good slave for him. But in here, brother, you will come in here and you will not sleep over a camp. You will not sleep over a brother who doesn't have food or a sister who is, you know, don't have food and fighting back for her child. You will lose sleep for that. You will go to the ends for it. You know, that's where together our strengths and weaknesses complement each other. Let's get the announcements quicker. Salaki.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street. Security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You will find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'asharam. 10% of every penny of an increase the Lord gives you to the treasury department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering, not mandatory. Whatever amount would you would like to give? Upcoming Holy Convocation, Passover,
April 20th. April 20th, sundown, Queens, New York. April 20th, sundown, Queens, New York. Start making your arrangements. It really, you're kind of late right now if you ain't even start making arrangements. You know, planes coming from all over this year. You know, I'm hoping the chariot come right after the last plane. Right? They just go. I carry that sword. I got a sword about a few years ago, brother. That sword goes with me everywhere. I'm carrying that so on the chariot. I just have it right there. So as soon as we get set down, brother, it's horses and swords. You get me?
Remind Akium and Aquatium to check social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so forth for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother or sister wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirt, like pants, like headscarf. With this, I Mariam. Maybe teacher one go to salute. I Mariam Shabbat. I Mariam. Barak.
Yahbashim Yahshabrakathum.
I Mata. Class dismissed.
All right, goodbye. Yahbashim Shabrakatah.
Yahbashim Shabrakatah.
Good to see you. I know they're kicking your ass in that Hebrew Academy.
I don't want to come. I don't want to come, but it's all right.
It'll be better because of it. Don't worry about it.
I don't want to come, sir.
All right,
the water. To all the Akim. Yahbashim Shabrakatah. Shalom.
Shalom.